free is, nigga? What's free? Free is when nobody else can tell us what to be. Free is when the TV ain't controlling what we see. Told my niggas I need you. Through all the fame, you know I stay true. Pray my niggas stay.
Let's go.
What you do yesterday?
I didn't even really do much yesterday. I'm trying to think. Damn, nah, this shit was a blur. I'll tell you what I did a few days ago though.
What happened?
Yo, this is what happened, right? So me and my boy, you know Tyler, right? Pull out of Boston, and we went there so we could get some content for his new songs and stuff. Do a few photo shoots.
He's a rapper or something?
Yeah. He does music, and we pulled up there at night, and then the last train back to Worcester was 11 p.m. Okay, fuck, let's stay here the whole night, right? Next train was at 5. Hotels are OD expensive. We were like, fuck that, we gotta get in a hotel. It's like 5,200, right? We slept on the fucking street.
Slept on the street? Wait,
bro,
like on the sidewalk or something?
On the sidewalk, 20 crackheads around us, right? Like
you just
every corner, blended in, bro. Just tuck in your chain, tuck in your watch. We blended in that shit, bro.
Yeah,
you pull up.
We were dead ass homeless for a night, bro.
Where was your car?
Huh? No, we went on train. We didn't go on car, Boston. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I told my parents, yo, we gonna stay at a hotel. Because if I tell them, we're sleeping out on the fucking street.
Yeah.
Oh shit, wait.
What time you get back?
Oh, smart. Oh, my bad. Oh, we came back at like, shit, probably like 7, 8 a.m.
In the morning?
Yeah. I called out of work that day. I just slept for the whole day.
Damn.
You enjoy waking up early? You enjoy waking up early?
Not anymore.
Why?
I used to wake up at 7 every single day, no matter how much sleep I got before.
Like, was this because it's cool or just because you wanted to?
I just wanted to get in the habit of waking up early because I could get more stuff done. Lately, it's not been the case. I
sleep late, I'm guessing.
I sleep OD. But the thing is, I used to still sleep late before and still wake up at 7.
Oh, really?
I don't know why. It was like, I disciplined myself.
You force yourself to wake up early?
No matter what. Just force myself to wake up early. No matter how little sleep I got.
That's not healthy.
It's not healthy. You're gonna get like sleep deprived. You're gonna
bro, I feel like
yourself.
sleep is so important, bro. Like, you don't understand. Like, that's your body's like recovery, bro. You can't take that shit.
The thing I realized is, it's like the thing when I interviewed you, where it's like, just because you're waking up early doesn't mean you're being productive.
Doesn't mean you're being productive.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
you could wake up early and get nothing done.
Still not do shit.
They
Yeah.
just be on their Instagram scrolling
It's
through that shit.
that shit where it's like, I don't know. That's the thing I realized. Which I woke up early because then the gym is less packed and shit. I get more stuff done.
Yeah, bro.
I would think the gym is packed earlier though.
No.
Not as packed as it would be around like 12, 1, 2 p.m.
No,
It's not as packed.
I hit the gym at like 12 sometimes. That shit is. I can't use no machines.
Bro, bench, especially if you're trying to bench and stuff.
I'm trying to do like incline. I'm like, yeah, just forget
You
about it.
can't.
What gym you go to?
Just give up.
Crunch.
Yeah. But you go to Planet Fitness, right?
Yeah.
Which one? Have you been to both?
Me? I've never been to Planet Fitness, no.
Ever.
Never?
Never.
Not a single location.
Not a single location.
Have you ever been to Crunch?
No.
Pull up there.
What?
Pull up there.
Alright. I mean, I've been to both. I think Planet Fitness was Crunch is definitely better.
Why?
I don't know. I just
If you're
like
trying to go
better.
like, if you're trying to go more intense, do more heavy stuff like actual bench, deadlift and stuff, you can't really do that at Planet Fitness.
Oh, because
Okay.
of the Smith machine?
The Smith machine doesn't really count. I mean, it's
I mean,
assisted.
The Smith machine is.
It does what it does, but it's the fact that if you're trying to do like really heavy shit and stuff, it's not the same. Especially deadlift, you can't really do it.
Got you.
Wait, that shit's mad uncomfortable.
What, the Smith machine?
Yeah, when you do deadlift or like
Oh nah,
squats.
you can't do
You can't.
Squats.
Yeah, you can. I do Smith machine squats because Smith machine no squats, regular squats, they fuck up your
Your back.
spine, especially if it's on your spine. That shit fucks up your back.
Yeah.
Nah, I usually just
That's how I do it.
I take my sweater off and just put it like around
Yeah,
my
typically
neck.
people.
And
I don't
just-
really do that because I just go in just a tank top and shit. I'm a tank top type guy, but just pull up in there, fucking white beater and everything.
Yeah, I pull up with my sweater at least just to see that pump.
Oh, the after point, right? Take it off. You see a quick point. Yeah,
All right, Adam, how you doing, though?
chilling.
How's everything?
Chilling.
Like, life good?
Oh yeah, hold on.
good.
I don't even know your name, bro.
His name's Adam.
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 What's your last name?
Hasan.
Adam Hasan.
Adam Hasan.
Yeah. So I know Adam from Chick-fil-A. So like,
Lulu?
yeah, he used
I
to
used
work
to
at
work-
Chick-fil-A in the
You used
back.
to work at Chick-fil-A?
Like back in like what, 2020, right? It was like at the 2021.
2021.
It was like when that fucking stimulus check. They used to,
Really?
they used to give those shits out. Bro, that
So
shit,
that's why I
that shit
fucking
came
seen
in
you.
clutch.
Chick-fil-A.
You worked there 2021?
Yeah, pandemic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
That's
there.
Okay.
Really?
That's what I was telling him. I don't know if you guys ever worked together.
Yeah.
But he was in back of house though. He was there like
Oh, you're
when
front of house, right?
Naomi.
That's why. Okay.
I've
was
seen
there
you a
with,
couple
like-
times.
That
though.
makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
He was there with like Naomi, Luke, and all of them.
Oh,
That's
damn.
right.
That's why I know
Yeah.
him from.
Yeah.
That's why you look familiar, bro.
All right. Cool. So, 2021, Adam. Describe.
It's a wild time.
Describe 2021, Adam.
Wild time, bro.
Like mindset, like
My shit.
emotionally.
Definitely playing victim a lot, I'd say. To every little thing, it was more so like everything that was within my control, I had the mindset of it's out of my control. If it was within my control, it was something bad, in a sense. Because the thing that really affected me was school-wise, right? I wasn't a bad kid, but I got into a bunch of bad shit, right? I found myself in predicament situations, and then it felt like, yo, like I had nobody. I mean, no friends or nothing. I trusted nobody. I don't know. That was the thing. So then, and then on top of that, every single day felt the fucking same. You know what I mean? Every single day was like, yo, wake up, school, try not to get into trouble, work, sleep. That's basically it.
I mean, you can't really be too hard on yourself though, because
I'm only 17. There's as much.
in high school, that's really like what it is. You just wake up, go to school.
It wasn't.
If you have a job, you
wasn't
go
really
to work
about
and you
that.
go home.
So that wasn't the problem. Was my mentality towards it. It was my perspective towards everything. That was the problem.
Like the outcome of what you were doing at that time, you weren't thinking
I would,
like, okay,
I was
like
letting
I'm
shit
doing
happen to
this
me.
for this to happen.
yeah, like no long term planning, no nothing.
Just live it
Just-
day by day. Just-
That has just let life
Figure yourself out.
exactly, but not even like good sense. We're just.
yeah.
Oh, I wasn't.
Because I feel like that letting life figure itself out could be used in a good sense.
Yeah, but that's when like the perspective and mindset comes in. To everything, you could have a good perspective and a bad perspective.
Right.
Right. That let life figure itself out. You could have a good mindset on it, and it could be used for good. But
Right.
mine was in a bad sense. It was, yo, I'm just trying to survive.
Right.
I mean, it was like I was back in Iraq type thing, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, wait. Have you lived there before?
I was born there. I didn't grow up there. I grew up in Syria
You grew up in Syria.
Syria.
Till what age?
till 6.
Do you remember what life is like over there?
It was
I've always wondered what life
So
like
that's
in
what
the
it was.
Middle East is like, because obviously the media doesn't like.
nah.
Paint it as-
So all of,
Yeah.
so
They
the
painted
thing,
it so bad.
so it was bad in the sense of. So we lived in one of the houses we lived in. The roof was caved in, so the roof was just open. It was like having a skylight, like broken condition, right?
Was it like cold or hot? Like really hot?
It was. I mean, it was like more like day hot, like not crazy,
Yeah.
and they didn't have no snow over there. So the only way you
Yeah,
could tell
obviously.
it was like winter. Oh, it got really cold. No, but the thing is, after we left, right, after we came to America, we heard it started snowing for the first time over there.
Oh, over there?
Yeah,
Oh,
we were
shoot.
like, yo, what the fuck? We're trying to experience snow, you know what I mean?
Right.
But no, the thing that I had over there was like, the thing that I'm thankful for is blissful ignorance. In the sense, I didn't know how bad we had it. All we did was me, 30 kids deep in the neighborhood, bro. just playing and shit all day. There's nothing else to do.
It's the good memories though, bro. Like you miss that shit.
But I almost got
I went to Ghana
kidnapped and
this year,
shit, bro.
You were what? You said what?
I almost got kidnapped, bro. Yo, I'm being for real.
Nah,
Really?
do you know
I
like
almost got
I
kidnapped.
find it pretty impressive. Like our parents like kind of like hide that shit from us. Like they're struggling, and they
Yeah.
just let you live like
Bro,
your
my
life
dad,
and shit.
every single day, works.
But you're young too, though. You won't understand.
You don't know.
You can't
Yeah.
contemplate what struggle is. Like, because you don't know what the good is yet.
But
you
when
don't know
you
what
start-
you're supposed to live like.
But when you start looking,
It's
back,
like looking back, yeah. That's when you
Damn,
realize,
you're like,
damn, bro, y'all was,
we were shit.
we're in the mud type shit.
Damn. So, what was the school system back then like?
I didn't really go to school. I just went to preschool over there, and it was just it was basically daycare. You just sit around all day until you get picked up. From my siblings' experience, bro. So the school they went to it had big metal gates, right? My brother would fucking run up those gates, bro. This man would bolt. He would just run away from school. It's not like he knew his way back home. He was mad young. He would still just run away from school.
What the heck?
And there was like a store down the street, and they typically caught him and brought him back.
Yo.
He was crazy, bro.
There be always kids like that everywhere, bro.
You know, they be whipping kids over there and shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like seeing the school system here, I feel like low key we should implement that. Like, I'm not gonna like start whipping some of these kids,
yeah,
bro.
forget the food though.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
food part.
that's true.
Leave the food part out.
All right. So, 2023 Adam.
Okay.
Describe Adam for me.
The difference now.
The difference.
I'd say is definitely have more sense of a direction. It's something that I guess the biggest thing I was lacking was sense of direction. Whereas it's still, you see, this is when the good part of let life happen and figure itself out. Now it's a good sense of I know what I want to do. I just don't know how I'm gonna achieve my end goal for it. That's when I'm gonna let life figure itself out. But at the end of the day, I'm still gonna strive for it, which is the whole thing of spreading knowledge, gaining knowledge, all that. Like that's been really my focus right now. Just figuring out myself, and then the big part that I've been studying recently is the mind, bro. Like there's so many. I haven't really been active in the website article wise.
What
Right.
website?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get to
Right.
that.
But mentally wise, there's probably like 20 different articles I could write. Things I just procrastinate a lot. It's just been really hard for me to sit down and write it. That first one that I wrote, that one I wrote in one night. Like just sat down 5 minutes. I was like, fuck it, just put it all out, right?
It's very good.
Wrote that one. Thank you. I have 2 other ones in the works, but they've been like on and off, yeah, man. But
That's like
still-
you're not happy with the content.
it's just I have a struggle focusing. Like,
You mentioned
I
like
can't focus.
procrastinating. How do you deal with that?
Currently, I don't. I don't. I mean, for
Look, acceptance and like ownership. Ownership. You're owning up to it. So that's the first step.
That's how I realized. I was like, alright. But it's something I realized with everything is
like a water bottle with some napkins.
I take slowly. It's like the thing, acceptance, realizing it. Hey, this is the okay.
Yeah, you good.
I'm gonna say this now because I don't know.
You guys
when I'm
want
gonna
water?
say it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
The thing that I realized was the thing when I was in that bad mind state. It goes through 3 different phases. It goes through you being stuck in that phase, like how I was, right, like depression and shit. You're going through its full effects through everything. The second part is realizing you're in it, and I realize, okay, yo, I'm sad and shit, right? How do I fix this? This is you not taking action. It's just you realizing it. It's like right now how at first I would procrastinate. I didn't really realize it. Right now I'm at the second stage of realizing, okay, I'm procrastinating. The third step is actually starting to climb back out of it.
Actually.
So it goes through you being the victim to it. The second one is you realizing you're the victim to it.
Paper towels.
The third one is you climbing out of it. I realized that with everything, there's 3 stages to like everything you really want to overcome at this point. It's just a pattern I've noticed.
Got you. So, what's like? Why because?
Yeah, I can tell you're trying to like really get.
Yeah, realistically, as humans, like, what do you think is the reason behind why? You think at a much deeper level now, because you really don't have to.
Yeah,
like,
you could choose not to.
Yeah, because you're living a comfortable life. Let's be honest. We're in America. I wouldn't think Adam was a Muslim name.
Oh yeah.
I say it's low-key a universal name. I feel like that's what it is. Like my parents' reason was to name me was different for it, but like in reality, I feel like it's any name.
Oh, actually, hold on.
Could come
Do
across
you feel a way when like okay? So I don't know how. I'm ignorant. Let me just go on and say that. Like, do you feel a way when people call you Muslim?
It's because my religious group is mad rare in a sense. It's like my ethnic group is like what I looked at. It was like only 200,000 people.
The name he said earlier.
Mendai. But so that's why typically when people say you Mendai, I tell them nah, but like I wouldn't really be able to describe my religion because it's even I can't really describe it in a sense.
Okay.
So like I just kind of I tell them no, but it's kind of similar because we basically share largely the same.
So is that the same as me saying I'm Christian or I'm Catholic? So Muslim, Mendai, Christian, Catholic. Is it like?
In a sense, I'd say yeah. Like they're basically like.
So Mendai is a subcategory of being Muslim?
No, it's not a subcategory. It's like
it's a whole different thing.
It's a whole different thing, but they still have similarities.
Do you read like the Quran? No. What do you read?
It's called. Hold on. It's called something else for me. Like I'm not.
The viewers are disappointed, man.
Yeah, my fault, bro.
Damn.
Start praying 10 times a day again.
You know what it's called, Issa?
No.
The book they read?
Their book.
Ginza, that's what it is.
They read a whole different book. They pray different too.
Yeah, it's called the Ginza for me.
And they believe in different too. Like we believe in Jesus. Like Jesus is not dead for us, but for them.
Jesus?
Yeah, story wise, I want to know how the fuck that goes. Yeah.
So you guys call him
In
Jesus,
Muslim?
but we call him Isa. Our prophet is not dead. He didn't die on the cross.
Okay.
For us, like God put somebody that looks exactly like him, and he took his soul. So his soul doesn't get taken by somebody that wanted to like murder him. So for us, he's the only prophet that's alive out of all prophets.
Makes sense.
Muslim and Christianity is much alike if you.
Yeah.
If you really look at it.
100%.
Yeah. So, alright. Right back on what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, my fault.
No worries. Alright, so what what's cultivated this mindset switch? Like what? Because like I was saying earlier, you're in a comfortable space in your life. You know, everything's accessible to you, so you don't really need to like
To be thinking deeply and shit. I know what you mean.
So like, why? What's the reason?
I feel like because it comes from, let's say for example, if I was still back in the Middle East, you don't really have time to be thinking like this. You are too busy with, okay, you know, I gotta go work, support my family, and so it's like not on some survival shit, but over there you're just more focused on family, go work, and then that's why you really see like in third world countries and shit, they don't really got depression and shit. They're too busy to be like depression is like a first world problem. That's what because people are too comfortable. Like the thing that I've noticed is when there isn't enough problems, people start creating their own problems.
Right.
That's what I've noticed. I was like, yo, at the end of the day, 99% of the shit that I was going through was all made up. Because in the sense that I was living a comfortable life.
There wasn't like any outside issues, so you started.
I started creating internal issues in a sense, yeah. And
that's crazy. I never thought about it that way.
If
you don't have a problem, you make your own problem.
Subconsciously, you don't even realize it.
We're all humans, so.
No, but like in the sense that if you were to break apart every single problem you have in your life right now, you put it into two categories. This is a mental problem that I've created, whether it's my perspective on something, my opinion, just how I feel, my emotions, everything like that. Something that I could completely control. Or this is outside problems like fucking rent due. Like shit like that. Like shit that's actually outside that you can't control. Compared 99% of the time, shit that you can control is internalized. That's how I see it.
That's a good way to like put it. So for you right now, right? And Paul, I want to hear your opinion on this too. But Adam, what's like your end goal?
My end goal.
Like
End goal in what?
in life,
Like, I'm 90 years old.
Nah, like what do
I
you
feel like where do you feel like you've accomplished?
I want to use the word legacy. But I don't want to use that word in case like you don't really care about that. But like,
Yeah,
what's
I know what you mean.
you know what is it?
The end goal, I feel like what it is, like I can look back and be like, okay, yo, my life is complete. I've done the one thing I wanted in a sense, right?
What's the one thing?
The one thing will probably be. So it's gonna feel like quite a bit of explanation. What I feel like it is everyone in a sense goes through a test in their life at one point or another. This test is to determine, okay, so for example, right, this is your life right here.
Mm-hmm.
It goes through this test, and then through this test, there's two outcomes. It either goes up or goes down, right?
It's like every pit you fall into is a lesson.
But this is like something that like, that's where my whole like from 17 to 18, so like, and 16, 17, 18, that's what that whole was. That was my big lesson right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But how do you know that was your big lesson?
It's like looking back at it, it's because of that time frame that made me develop that mindset.
Okay.
And it's like, it's not something you notice while you're going through it. It's something you notice when you look back a year later.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's because of this, I'm exponentially.
Yeah. So currently, today, you're a product of that. You know, of what was going on 2 years ago.
Exactly.
You know, it's allowed you to mature into, okay, like I need to be doing this instead.
Right.
Whereas if you never felt or saw yourself going through that, you probably wouldn't be in this state of mind right now.
I'd be like.
But I feel as though everyone goes through like those pits, like every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just doesn't happen one time.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying is like it's the self-awareness that okay, like this pit I'm going through is only a lesson. Like it's not permanent.
But it's hard to like think about it like, oh, this is just a lesson, because when you're going through it like you feel
within
like bad, like you're not physically well, maybe mentally not well. It's like bad because nobody's mentally prepared for that shit ever.
Yeah, that's why I feel like it's only when you're looking back at it. Like it's you're right. It's like as you're going through it, you don't realize it. That's why at that time when I was going through it, I didn't realize any of it. You know what I mean? I was just stuck within that victim mindset throughout the whole thing. It was after it that I was okay, yo, I had to change shit. Or like I have changed because of it.
Okay.
Which brings back to what my learning, which I feel like was learning that shit, and then the product of that was going up. Right, that was my outcome, and then that's when I realized, yo, like at the end of the day, it like what I have for me. That's why I try to stay away from like smoking, drinking, and shit, because for me the strongest thing I have is my mind, and it's me discovering shit like this, and me writing those articles, taking interviews is my purpose in a sense. It is learning those lessons and then bringing it out to the world. It's like until I probably have like a book, and then having seen my whole like publishment page be successful and like be recognized, that's when I feel okay, I've done what it is I want to do in a sense, like my purpose.
Alright, so alright, makes sense. So what, like I never looked at Adam as this, right? The one day we were sitting at Chick-fil-A on a Saturday morning. Was it Saturday? It must have been a Saturday morning. And I was sitting in the dining room. I don't know. I was probably listening to a podcast. And then you came in and we had like a whole like hour and a half conversation.
Hour and a half?
Bro, we were talking for a minute.
Were you about to clock out or were you about to clock out?
Nah, he wasn't working there at the time.
Oh, okay.
This is not too long ago.
Yeah.
It's like a couple months ago.
Oh, okay.
But now like we just had a whole hour long podcast about like the mind, psychological, like it just made sense.
Level, yeah.
You know, and I never looked at him that way.
Yeah.
So like for
me,
me, who I wouldn't say, but I've been in this state longer than he has. For me to see like him go from like this to like this in like a span of couple like months to a year, it just like it made me realize like. One thing I should definitely not do is like give up on people, because you just never know like what periods, because everyone's in a stage in life.
Exactly.
Everyone's in a cycle in life. So you may look at someone, oh, well, he's a dumbass. Maybe he's in his learning phase in life. So I just think like psychologically, we all just need to like be patient with each other.
Give each other time.
Give each other time to flourish. You know, rather than...
Were you two guys close when he was working?
Not really.
Nah, I hated him. I hated him.
I would say I hate. Like, I don't hate anyone, but
No, but the thing is because I realized that's the thing. I only hated you because I didn't understand you in a sense.
yeah.
Like, if you were to try to speak like this to that Adam,
I don't think you would even understand though.
He wouldn't understand. I would just see it as like, what the fuck's he
Yeah,
doing?
exactly.
But then that's when I realized at the end of the day, it's like you could see it from our current understanding now to people who are more advanced than us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say millionaires today and shit, you're gonna see them. If you still have that closed mindset like I did, you would still be like, yo, what are they? Like, you wouldn't understand them, but now you could still, like, it's different. You get the general idea of, like, okay, yo, at the end of the day, they're there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's what they do is weird, it's just because I don't understand what they're doing. Like, I can't comprehend it until I'm there.
Right.
That's the thing. That's the perspective I have now, in a sense. I mean,
Yeah. Because, I mean, definitely, like, and also on my end, I could have been a lot more patient. Because then I'm like, why don't, like, people understand, like, this simple notion of, you know, taking up responsibility. Like, you sign up for this responsibility.
it's like common sense.
Do it. Like,
you feel
you know,
like it's common sense,
right.
but
It's like,
it's not.
Yeah, so it's like, but now, if someone was doing, like, the mistakes or the things you did, now I'd just be chilling, like, because they're in a period in their life.
Exactly.
So, do you think everyone escapes that period in life, that lesson period in life?
No. Because in a sense, people don't. That's why I feel like it happens over and over again.
Yeah.
You keep getting the same lesson over and over until you learn from it. But then there's some people that just never learn from it. Not to be mean or nothing, but that's how you're stuck with, like, people at 40, 50, still working, Chick-fil-A and shit. I mean, like, and not even, like, at least management level, just, like, basic. Like,
isn't that just, like, a product of it being too late, though?
I feel like...
I do feel like there's people who are still not self-aware, though.
Huh? I know, I, like...
They've not, like, reached some higher mindset type shit?
I feel like you could easily tell, because it's getting to a whole nother thing. This was one of the articles I'm reading. This is why I realized there's two different minds that you have.
Mm-hmm.
You have the first mind, which is your actual physical mind, the one that does everything physically.
Mm-hmm.
Your second mind, which is typically that voice in the back of your head, right?
The eye.
What?
The eye.
What do you mean by that? Yeah. I'm trying to say, like,
basically,
Yo, Paul.
Do you imagine it wasn't recording the whole time?
No, it was. What happened?
it's just a time limit.
Battery.
Like,
Battery.
yeah, like 30 minutes.
Should I press stop?
Yeah. Well, he was talking about, like, the mindset shit outside physical, and then the inside, like, spiritual shit. Basically, Jamaicans, they basically Jamaicans, they basically refer it, like, instead of saying you need sleep, they say the eye needs sleep. So basically, not you physically, the inside.
Spiritual. Yeah. No, it's basically like
that's what I got from you too. I'm trying to connect.
I don't know if that's what he was saying though.
No, in a sense, like, it is, or it's like,
yeah.
it's not like the physical part of it. It's more so like that intangible part, like the spirit. I don't really like saying spiritual part, but it's that intangible part. Let's say. So I'll use, like, an example, right? So, like, let's say with weed, right? Or, like, let's say with vaping, it's addicting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but you clearly know, okay, yo, if I do this, it's gonna fuck up my mind. It's gonna fuck me up. It's gonna kill me within the next 20 years.
Well, you don't know that though. A lot of people say it doesn't.
That's a stupid part. You see, these people, I don't got hope for you.
But there's people who try. They're so hard to convince themselves that it does nothing.
But it's that voice in the back of your head that's like, yo, this is going to
just do it.
That's that second mind, because this is so the first mind, the one that is addicted to it, right? Because of the nicotine. It's not just the nicotine aspect. The first mind is the one that thinks emotionally and physically, right? It doesn't think of consequences. It doesn't know that 20 years down the line it's going to kill me. So it's just going to keep... Because realistically, if your mind truly understood the fact that it's going to kill you, at the end of the day, your mind doesn't want to die.
Right.
Because then there's no point of it staying alive if it's just going to... If your mind itself is aware that okay, it's gonna kill me. It's not gonna do it, no matter how addicting it is.
Right.
But it's the fact that your mind doesn't understand consequences. It doesn't understand law. That's how you see like so many people are stuck like. That's how like people are like 30, 40, 50 still working because they have to. Because if they just sat down for a moment and realized, okay, yo, I think more long term. None of this shit that they did, they would have done. And there's a bunch more shit that they didn't do that they would have done.
It's also never too late, though, as a human.
That's the other thing. Yeah.
And also, like, that was about more inside. The outside, I feel as though, like, the culture and, like, celebrities, they kind of affect you.
That's like when you're thinking with your first mind.
Like, outside
You're
interference type shit.
You're seeing the physical aspect of it, which is, celebrities, money, power, fame.
Yeah,
that's the physical aspect. You know what I mean? Of like, I only want what's physical, which is, like shit that you can touch, like cars, money, cash, like shit like that. But then the emotional aspect, which is the thing that really has you make your choices. If you truly are like a puppet to your own emotions, which is what your emotions are at the end of your mind, you gotta realize your mind. Haven't you guys, like, every time you want to do something hard, like, let's say you want to commit to waking up in the morning, your mind never wants to wake up in the morning, it just wants to sleep in and shit, right? Shit like that where it's, okay, I'm gonna work hard. Your mind never wants to work hard. Your mind doesn't really ever want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's, at that point, that's when it's like, you not listening to your mind, you're listening to your second mind, which is the one that thinks long term. The one that realizes, okay, me going to the gym is beneficial for me. Me doing this is not affecting me now, it's gonna affect me tomorrow. That's your second mind. Your second mind is the one that realizes it's something beyond the physical aspect of it. It's something for like knowledge, for improvement, for like anything that isn't tangible but that's more valuable than that aspect of it. But then that's where like discipline comes in. Discipline isn't something that your first mind thinks of. It's something that you have to use your second mind for, which is the second mind is always that voice in the back of your head. You know what I mean? The one that always... Because you've read the article, right, where it's like, it tells you, okay, at the end of the day, that second voice you could really only access when you're being truthful to yourself.
Right,
you're not tricking yourself out. You're not really scamming yourself out of anything. You just sit with yourself, you put your ego, your pride aside, and you realize, okay, I am shit, I need to do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that,
I am shit.
like,
Wait,
but,
so,
like, so
hold
many...
on. Hold on. So, we were discussing about on the last episode with Tristan. Go check that out, by the way.
Check it out. Link
in the top corner. I'm gonna challenge you, see if you can add it.
I got you.
The link's somewhere in the top over here. But we were discussing on the last episode with Tristan, and I was like, okay, if we have all this knowledge, right, and we know people, well, we see people who are mature enough to understand it, why don't we try and coach them up and help them with it? And he said that's a very selfish thing to do, and I said it's very selfless, and we had a little back and forth on it. His reason of it being selfish is because you're robbing that person of the state where they learn.
That's true. Yeah.
You're kind of like forcing the new perspective of life on them. And I said it's very selfless because what if that person never gets out of that state of mind? So who's really gonna be there beside them to kind of guide them? So you understand both perspectives? So which one do you stand with?
I can understand what he's saying. But at the end of the day, it is more so what you're saying in the sense that you're not going to be robbing them of it, because you could go back, for example, to Chick-fil-A Adam. You could tell him all this. He's not really going to understand it. He's going to start grasping the concept of what you're saying. He's still going to go through that learning process. Because there's a difference between saying something and truly understanding something. You could tell me step by step right now how to become a millionaire. If I'm not ready for it, I'm not gonna be able to follow that, because I need to go through that learning process. You know what I mean? I need to truly understand. It's like the thing. So when I typically read a book, all of its lessons and stuff, I read, I understand. They don't truly kick in until even like a few months after I read.
Till you get to that stage, and
then it kicks back. I think, I remember when I read that shit, but now it's truly getting, coming to fruition.
Useful, yeah.
Exactly, shit like that. That's why I feel like it's because you could say the same thing about books. Oh, books are robbing you of that learning stage. They're just having you understand it, like open your mind to that stage for your mind to go up to that stage.
Helping you to like take that first step in understanding. Oh, I need to change, or I need to be better, or something like that.
But at the end of the day, you are gonna go through that learning experience regardless. You know what I mean?
So I think it's just about. I don't want to say. Okay, so there's no right or wrong answer, but I still stand on what I said.
Yeah.
That I think. You need to be selfless and help others rather than like keeping. Like if you have any knowledge, share it. That's my opinion. However, I've come to realize, and okay, so I don't know, maybe you can't relate to this. Do you have like influence on other people?
Me?
Yeah. Because I don't know if you have that many people around you or like a... Okay.
Probably like 1 or 2 people.
Okay.
Who are they to you?
Just my friends, basically, yeah. Whereas like people, some of their mindset and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just shit where it's like, okay, yo, you help me, I help you type thing.
Okay. If you were in a situation where you're able to, like you're privileged enough to have people who speak to you on a daily basis, seeking like advice, or like, seeking guidance from you, will you be willing to share it? Or would you understand that, okay, maybe some people are just not ready to hear this, so I'm not gonna even like bother saying certain things? Because I feel like if you deep this right, I feel like a lot of like super wealthy, successful people don't go around just spreading game like that. Because they understand, and I think they've come to a realization that some people just can't comprehend what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like they can't, think on the same level. That's why a lot of old people, although old people are like a bottle or jar of knowledge, they stay quiet until they're asked. Exactly. Even when they're asked, sometimes they just don't. Hold back, they still like hold back. They give very short, like brief answers. And I'm starting to think, okay, maybe like they just understand like everyone's path in life is different. So let me not even bother like
to interfere.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? That's making me think different. Yeah, where it's like I feel because typically if you were a broke person and go up to a rich person and tell me how do I change my life, they're like you said, they're not gonna give you the whole thing. They're gonna start with something simple. They're gonna say start with
go to the gym.
Go to the gym.
Teach yourself that discipline.
Because and then I feel like that's what it is when your mind like that. Okay, he's gonna figure out his own path. I'm just gotta give him the first step.
But the broke person would see it and be like, "The fuck am I going to the gym?
Exactly.
That's not gonna put money in my bank account.
I just want the money."
Exactly. But that's what I feel like people myself in the sense that at the end of the day, no one's purpose in life is ever money. Money is just a byproduct of you following that purpose.
I wish more people understood that money is just like
it's physical.
It's an object.
It's just because
it does make life a lot easier.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Money isn't money isn't something you work for. Then you get money. Like you gotta have a different definition for it to look at it differently. Money to me is the exchange of value. The more valuable you are as a person, the more money you're gonna get because you're just valuable.
Right. Use it as a tool. Exactly. Not like don't look at it as like a god.
Right.
Exactly. It's not something to be influenced by.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily, I'm at this stage in life where, pause. I'll redo that line. Go ahead.
No, you can. I'm just gonna wipe.
Yeah, go ahead. Blow, bro.
I'm just gonna wipe.
Like you said, do your thing, nigga. If you need to blow,
go on. Alright. Alright. Luckily, I'm in the position where, I have people to speak on a daily basis. I have employees who come to me seeking some sort of, advice, words. There's some employees who will literally just like come around me in hopes I say something they could like get out of it. And I notice these things. Something I always tell them that I've seen myself do, like when I was 16, 17, 18, is like, I never did it for the money. Like, it's not about the money. It's about how much value you could give yourself at the time. You know, like how much education you could pour into yourself. How like reading people. Like, people may think like self-awareness, knowing what's gonna happen before it happens. Like, these are all things that like you can apply in so many industries. So if you're a leader at Chick-fil-A, for example, you know, all these skills you possess, you can apply in so many industries. You know?
Yeah, what you're saying also reminds me of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. You've read it?
Yeah, I think we've all read it. Have you read it?
Not
you
yet.
haven't read
Not
it?
yet.
What? That's the book everyone
That's
starts
what
with.
everyone is like, yo, you gotta start with that shit. It's on my list. It's on my list.
What did it remind you of?
Now, what you just said, it's not about the money, it's about the knowledge, what you're getting from it.
Because if you think about it, right, you know, I watch like these interviews on YouTube where like people go and like they'll say like I'm interviewing random millionaires in the LA strip or like this shopping plaza. And then they'll go up to the millionaire like, what's your advice to build $1 million business? Millionaire will say, it's all about scaling. What the millionaire means by that, or how I see it, is they're not saying like scaling like, okay, like elevate the business every year. They're talking about like what they did was they scaled their knowledge. They applied so much knowledge to themselves. They learned so many things that they could work in so many different industries. So like a McDonald's, for example, they're not in like just the food business. They're in the real estate business because the land they're on costs money. They're in the happy business because when you think of McDonald's, think of the Happy Meal, like putting a smile on people's face. They have a damn mascot, like stuff like this. Like, I saw that on TikTok, by the way. But like, just like making people understand that money's not like what you should be chasing. Like, if you chase money, you're just missing out on the like key principles and values in life. I don't know, it's just tricky, man.
It's like let the money come to you.
Right.
It's just a byproduct. It's just something that you attract in a sense.
I've never asked for a raise. I've never asked for a promotion, never asked for a raise. But that's testament to the fact that like the more value you could put into yourself and give others, the money will just automatically follow it.
See what I mean? Like in the exchange of value,
exactly.
You just give out more value.
Exactly.
Then they realize that. Because then if they were still giving out value and then you were still just a team member, and then you're going to realize, okay, at this point, it comes to a certain point where your environment is limiting you. And then unless you're progressing in that environment, you're going to realize, okay, I need a different environment. I mean, one that's going to teach me something else. Because at this point, this environment is just not doing it, you know what I mean? But then they realize, okay, it's too valuable for us to just have him walk away. Because he's a team member here, he could go and be manager somewhere else instantly. We need him here, you know what I mean? And then you see, like, just because you've given out that value, they've given it back to you in the sense of raises, money, promotions.
And it's also, like, rewarding, too, for you, because sometimes you don't realize that you've grown yourself.
Right.
Until it's given to you.
Yeah, and you'll realize, like, oh, damn, like...
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to Kayla about this yesterday. She asked me, like... She does text me, sorry, what motivates you? And I said, like, legacy. And that's a word we'll come to because that's the name of your whole publishment. But she said, what motivates you? And I said, legacy. Like, I just don't know what it is, but helping others or, like, leaving an impact on someone is, like, so rewarding to me.
Yeah.
You know, and to this day, I even told her too this yesterday. I don't feel like I deserve to be where I'm at. Like, coming from where we come from, like, come on, guys, we shouldn't be like. If you just look at, you know, all the people in the countries we're from, why us? You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're doing anything big or anything crazy, but why are we so fortunate to be where we are? You know, it's crazy.
It's just God.
Are you religious?
Yeah.
Super
I
religious?
believe in that. Not like crazy, but I still like believe in God and everything.
So like
that. I mean, going back to the thing you said, where it's like you don't really realize it until it's like being invited to this podcast. I'm like, damn, did I really leave like that much of an impact?
Bro, yes,
for you
that's
to,
what I'm
like,
saying. It's
really
like,
be like, yo, I want you a guest. I'm like, damn, because to me, to you, it's always gonna feel like you said. To you, it's always gonna feel like you're not really doing much, or when you are, you feel like you're not really, like deserving of it. Because for me, like I've seen it every single step of the way. It just feels normal to me. I mean, it feels like I'm behind them where I should be. You know
it's
what I mean?
really rewarding.
But then being like shit like this, it's a blessing being here and shit, right? And I was like, damn, so like, I am much further than what I thought I was.
right.
I mean, it's just me thinking I'm not. That's really holding me.
What's the your thoughts on social media? Like,
Social media, I feel like, is where you could determine the thing of who's run off their emotion and physical shit, and who truly like is on that higher mindset shit. Because realistically, social media is either a tool or a burden, right? It's either a tool. With realizing in podcasts, you need social media, but then you understand the values of social media in the sense that I could get this out. I can build up my podcast.
And it's funny because social media essentially was supposed to be used as a machine, as a tool to make your life easier. To like put an alarm that's supposed to wake you up earlier. You have a friend in Miami or Virginia.
Yeah.
Call them. You don't have to like send letters.
right.
It was supposed to be used as a tool, but now everybody's just using it.
Now it's
So like you be seeing like people's lifestyle on social media and like
people that
what do
try
you-
to live Hollywood and shit, right?
I'm speaking more in the sense of the fact that like there's so many lifestyles out there that you see. It's like, does it ever like distract you from like your personal goal?
I feel like that's if you're too consumed by it. You see, oh, this person posted that. Like, oh.
Okay, but like the consumption is like you don't think about it like you're consuming it, but internally like you're actually like living. Not saying living to impress the media, but you don't know if you're doing it for you.
I know what you mean. It's
You know
like
what I'm
blurred.
saying?
Yeah, it's blurred.
It's like, do I really want to buy this car?
I
Do
feel
I
like
really want to put
the
these
only
wheels
way-
on this car?
Yeah.
Or am I doing it because of
someone's
someone's reaction to
Exactly.
it? You get what I'm
I
saying?
feel like the only way to truly realize that is to completely, for a temporary time, cut out social media. And then just realize, okay, like, there's no social media. There's no one I could show this to other than when I'm driving it. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
Who
going
am I
through right
doing
now.
that for?
The
Who?
past 2 weeks, I don't have Instagram. Because, like, I'm trying to see if, like, some of the things I do, do I genuinely like doing
Exactly.
it? You know?
The best way I feel like to also think about it is, like, if you were the only person to ever see it. Like, if you were the only person alive, in the sense, you're the only person in the world, would you really do this? You know what I mean? Like, because I know what you mean, like, oh, you're doing it to maybe impress others, get others' reaction. Think of it as, like, if no one else was in the world, just me, would I be doing this?
Right.
You know what
I mean, that's why I was kind of telling him that I think that also plays a part in, like, the cars thing, for example, where, like, I think I outgrew cars, or I'm not in the state of liking cars anymore, but it could be because, like, first I used to like it, but then I got into, like, okay, whose neck am I gonna break when I drive by them? Or, like, who's gonna look at me revving my car? Bro, a lot of people don't care. You know, and I think once I got that, like, realization, it's when I stopped liking cars more. Because I realized,
It's
like,
like
other
the thing
people
where it's
didn't
like,
care.
when you're the one
No,
swerving
when you-
in and out of traffic, it feels nice. Like, yo. But then when you see, like, when you're another person just there, like, randomly on the highway, you see another person swerving throughout traffic, you're the first, yo, this person's
Yeah, it's a
stupid.
fucking idiot.
But then that's how I was like, yo, like,
It be like that
that's
sometimes.
how it is. You think it's cool. You think it's nice.
No.
But on the
Okay, but
other
that's
side-
different, though.
No,
so, like,
so-
when you're cutting up through traffic, like,
No, just
I
like
will
an
never cut
example
up
in a
through
sense.
traffic on my own.
Yeah.
Like, while I'm driving alone. But if you're, like, riding with a group of friends, then you'll cut up. Like, because, like...
But, like, each one in their own separate car.
Yeah, because I think that's fun. You know, where like...
Oh,
you know,
but that's the thing. You're doing it
But I'll
with
never
your
cut up
friends.
on my own.
You're doing it with your friends. It's a friend thing. You're not doing it for the coolness aspect of it. You're just
Yeah.
doing, okay, yo, me and my friends are having fun. Regardless, another person's gonna like it. they're even more stupid. That's multiple people. That's higher risk of injury. Higher risk.
Sometimes, honestly,
You know what I mean?
they piss me off, bro. Sometimes, like,
They do.
I'm leaving
Yeah.
work, bro, and all I see is this car just swerving,
Nah.
music blasting.
Bro,
and
worst
I'm
part
like,
is
driving
when
in,
they're
like,
doing
this,
it,
in
I'm
the
like-
breakdown lane, and like I'll
fucking-
see, because like I drive in my mirrors. I check my blind
Yeah.
spots all the time. I see this guy come flying. I'm like, this fucking idiot. What's
You
he
know what I
doing?
mean?
But then like when I'm with my friends, I'm
that's
that
what you gotta
idiot.
realize.
bro.
Yeah, like
I don't
but
know.
put that same put that example into everything in a sense. Everything that you do. Okay, you're not doing it for their approval. You're not doing it for their opinion. But you gotta realize, okay, I'm doing it for them. At the end, like they don't give a shit. In fact, they see me as stupid because something I realized is because that's how I used to be. I used to try to do shit for the approval of people, for the, for all that shit.
for the satisfaction.
For the side, like, yo, they're probably gonna look at it, yo, it's mad nice and shit.
Yeah.
Didn't realize, yo, like, no one gives a shit. People are gonna think you're stupid. People could deadass see through you like that. The second, it's like the thing. The second you outgrow that, you look down back at it. You start really telling. You could just look at people's eyes. You see who's doing it for themselves, who's doing it for the approval of others.
Right.
You could like, it's like the thing where, let's say, all of us, right? We all had something in our hands. Say it was like extremely bad, like radioactive, but we didn't give a fuck. We were just passing it. Everyone's passing it. You don't really think much of it because you're in that circle of influence. We're passing it, right? Until, let's say, I take a step back. I'm not passing it no more. I'm looking at you guys passing it. I go, yo, that's stupid. Why the fuck are they passing this thing that's killing them? But you see what I mean? In the sense of, when you're in that circle, you don't realize how damaging that thing is, for example.
Oh.
Until you're out of that circle, you look at the bigger picture, you're no longer within that circle of influence, you realize how stupid that thing is. Same thing with that, of influencing people.
Kind of reflecting back, because when we say, like, when you're in deep, like, in a crisis, you don't realize
Exactly. You don't really, you're just going through whatever's happening
it.
currently.
And then after, you kind of look back and you're like, oh.
Yeah,
it's kind of
this
like,
was a lesson, this was that, this was...
yeah.
See what I mean? But when you're in that influence, and you're in that, it goes with not just influence of people in that situation and anything, you don't really realize it. But that's something you got to develop, that sense of catching yourself instantly.
Do you think, like, parents should, like, be teaching us this shit? Like,
Yo,
they should be telling...
remember that shit, bro, on the
Yeah, the
interview. On the
conversation.
interview, that was a big segment of this man
Yeah.
going, yo, parents are selfish for not teaching us their mistakes.
Okay, but that comes to the same thing we talked about earlier with my friend's belief and my
Tristan,
belief, the
yeah.
one we went back and
Yeah.
forth about. It's the exact same thing. Are your
Exactly
parents
right.
selfish for not,
Right, yeah.
telling you? But then again, I think I asked Tristan the same thing, because I asked him, like, is your mom selfish for not, like, teaching you, like,
No, I
the
don't-
correct way to go about stuff?
I don't think you asked.
No, I did, and he said, like, his mom just doesn't have the education to teach him, like, what he wants to know currently.
Oh, yeah, and then we started going through, like, it's different times, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Different growing up, different
That's true, because you
things
can't,
around
it's,
you.
it's like the thing where you can't be broken and ask a millionaire how to make $1 million. They're going to see you're not at the state where you could, but they could teach you everything about that $1 million. They're just going to give you the first step. I think it might be the same thing with parents, in the sense where first I have to see that you're doing shit for them. Okay, well, now that he's gaining this more thing, they're not going to tell you when you're like, what, like 17
Yeah, I see
and
what
you
you're
really
saying.
got nothing. Okay,
see
this
what
is
you're
what I
saying.
learned when I was 30. That you're not going to comprehend it. They need to see that you are at those levels. Okay, before he makes that mistake,
Right.
I'm going to tell him, because then I don't want to make that mistake, go down all the way down and shit, because I see him making progress. You know what I mean?
But also for parents, I feel as though it's kind of hard telling your kid, don't do this, and then you just find yourself doing it.
Kids are rebellious naturally, okay, because their parents. Because when you grow up, like, stereotype is my parents are holding shit away from me, for my safety and shit. They're not really seeing what I see. So I feel like, especially at that young, it's usually late teens, that rebellious stage, you're really not gonna listen to them. So realistically, even if it's something that's actually helpful, at that time you have a closed mindset. You know what I mean? So, like, you're not really gonna listen to them. So I feel like they also sense that. Okay, I'm just not gonna teach them that yet, because they're gonna go, even though it's what I'm actually wanting to tell them, they're not really gonna listen. You know what I mean?
So, go ahead.
It's like parents be like, this is what he needs, but he doesn't realize this is what he needs. He's just going for what he wants.
Yeah.
So
It's
they
not
just
like
have
they
you
need
learn
and
it.
want.
They just learn, okay, he needs to go through that. because some lessons you have to let them go through.
Yeah.
Some lessons you can't just straight.
Yeah, I watched like a Kevin Hart podcast last week, and he was talking about how like our parents signing us up for like sports when we're young and all these things. It's not just to get us out the house; it's to learn certain things, like be it like communication with people on the field with you, or like empathy, or like even like teamwork, stuff like that. And we as kids won't realize it until like we become parents ourselves.
Exactly.
So if you like when you become a father, if you want to, what's your parenting style gonna be like?
I think it's gonna be. I think it depends on if it's a daughter or a son. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It definitely. It definitely depends.
Okay, so that's like tricky because people are gonna call you misogynistic, blah blah blah, whatever the word is they be using.
Yeah.
But I was telling my friend, like, I'm not raising my son the same way I raised my daughter.
Yeah, for sure.
I told him, like, God willingly, if I have like everything I hope to have, if I'm comfortable, my daughter is gonna live a much simpler life, and my sons are gonna have to like work harder for everything. Yeah. And I'm guessing it's kind of the same for you, but can you expand on that?
At the end of the day, you want to show your daughter, this is when you get a husband and stuff, this is how you should be treated. In the sense of, you should be living, not everything giving, but like have a higher standard for the person.
Yeah, hold yourself to a higher standard.
Exactly, because then you treat her badly, she's going to see, okay, this is how every man is, I guess. So if I get a man that yells at me, let's say even is abusive, I guess that's normal, because that's when kids are growing up, that's when everything they learn is their foundation. That's where all their thoughts for the rest of their lives are going to be based off of. You neglect her, you like don't give a fuck about her and shit. Every single thought she ever has is going to be based off that foundation and neglect. Okay, I need people's attention and people's approval. Subconscious and subconsciously, every single thought is going to be like that.
Right.
But if you teach her about, okay, this is how men should treat you and shit, right? This is how they should go about it. I mean, like, this is how you should be treated. She's gonna realize, okay. But it's obviously tricky in because you don't want them to be spoiled at the same time. But I feel like that's when those little lessons come in, because you're not gonna give her everything straight away. You're gonna teach her, okay, you'll have qualities, have character. You know what I mean, like, have all that shit.
Alright, so I'm gonna go to the next topic a little. So I want you both to answer this. You know how like you change in like 2 years and you kind of reach a higher mental place. And I'm sorry, I don't know when you did, but when you reach that place, you mentioned something about foundation. Like, what is the basic foundation that you guys had? Because you gotta it's like a seed, you gotta plant it, the roots, because if you just let it grow badly, it's just gonna fall down. So what is your foundation?
So for me, it's like, I don't want to answer your question with a question, but what classifies as a poor start? You know what I'm saying? So let's say the start is age 16 to where we are now.
Yeah.
So what classifies as a poor start? Because I certainly wasn't doing what he was doing. I wasn't. You say you were getting in trouble at school, stuff like that. I wasn't doing none of that. I was like a very boring, like, normal kid. Go to school, come home, do my homework. Soccer practice, come home, sleep. I didn't have video games. I wasn't working at the time. Like, so it's hard to gauge for me, like, when I started, like, learning more. Because it's like, it's not like I was doing anything bad, but I also wasn't, introduced to the mental, like the positive aspect of it. But like, if you ask like foundation directly, I think like just educating yourself and always like wanting better for others than you want for yourself, in my opinion, is like, I don't do shit. It's not like I do shit to please others per se, but I'd rather I make someone be in a better spot than I'd be in a better spot.
Okay, so you're like kind of looking out for others.
Yeah, looking out for others.
Was that instilled in you, or were you just like, did you just grow up and want to do it?
I just think it's just like being a good person.
Like it's the right thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But obviously, like, and I think this is what like morphs character is like. you realize that these people are not doing it back for you. But how much more can you keep doing it? So although like I may do good things for you, and you guys will never do it for me, will I do it again? And that's what like I think has, you know, I think is different about me is I'll keep doing it again in hopes that you will learn to do it for me too.
What if like, do you like give a time limit? Like some people like give it 3 times. Like I give you strike 1, 2,
Obviously,
3.
I'm not gonna say I'm a dickhead and I just keep like just wasting my time and energy and money on you. But
do you have like your limit? Like
I wouldn't say I have a limit, but if you need something, like principle is like one day, hopefully you got my back.
Yeah,
I disagree. I
very
disagree.
tricky.
I disagree with that because this is how I feel like it should be. Let's say from when I started working at Chick-fil-A till now, and let's say I didn't go through that whole 2-year phase where I basically went up and shit. And let's say look, when I was working there, you kept on trying to push me to let's say I wasn't today 19, I still wasn't on that. Would you still push me? Would you still try to be like, yo? Let's say I was still working at Chick-fil-A, so there's a reason for you to see me and like do all this shit.
There's a potential in there that you don't give up on, and I think that's what I get hung up on. It's like the people who show stints of potential.
The biggest part is it's better off you giving it to them not learning. Like this is like better than giving them every single time. So obviously you give it to them once, they learn, it's amazing. Let's say you constantly give, they don't learn. It's better off you stop it. Okay, I've done what I could do. Right, clearly from here it's just me bending over backwards and shit trying to help them out when they're not helping. It's better them to stop receiving that support, realize later, oh shit, this is what he was trying to teach me. Because let's say the first year you help them, second year you stop. That second year they're thinking, realize this is what he's trying to teach me. Okay, this is what it means. Because if you were still going first year and second year helping them, they're not gonna learn anything because they still see it as just a concept. Okay, he's still telling me this. They're not gonna learn nothing. It's better off you stopping them. They realize, oh shit, this is what he was trying to. It's like the thing I told you with the books. I don't really realize a lesson from a book until after I'm finished reading that book. If I kept reading that book every single day, I keep rereading, I'm never really gonna learn that lesson. I could read it as much because at the end of the day, it's about me going and experiencing and doing shit, then referring back to the book. That's how it should be.
So sorry for you when you don't give up on them and you keep doing it and you do it and they still don't get it. I've seen some people doing it to other people, whereas they don't give up on them, but they go to a certain person because you as a sorry, you have people that you can listen to and respect to. You know what I mean? Like when someone tells you to do something, a specific person, you will do it. And then there's a specific person who like, okay, he's just annoying, right? So some people go to like that specific person, like, oh, I'm trying to help you, but you're not getting it. So I'm gonna go to this person and tell them to tell you, and then they get it. Do you feel as though like,
yeah, makes sense. Like there's a kid who just put in his 2 weeks recently, and like he's one of those kids that like he's very worldly. Like he wants to live to like what the world like thinks is good, and it's just like trying to like make him understand, because he's not the smartest, he's not sharp at all, but it's just the fact that like this is such like a waste. I see it like a waste of like potential, but like he does some things where you see, okay, this kid has a good heart and he has the chance to develop, but it's like you just gotta like nurture him and push him and push him and push him. So now is he like he said, oh sorry, like he's threatening to give his 2 weeks multiple times. I keep pushing him like, just keep working here, like you'll understand, it'll click one day, it'll make sense. But now he came, sorry, I'm putting my 2 weeks. I was like, alright, whatever. I helped him fill it out, we submitted it. But it's all about, I don't know, I just think like, I don't know, man.
I feel as though certain people listen to certain people.
Would you go like you said though, it depends. Maybe if you angle it from someone else, someone else delivering the message,
they'll take it like differently.
Yeah, makes sense.
Sure.
But like back on the social media thing, I'm gonna touch on that just a little more. Do you? So we have concluded that it's not normal to be like doing stuff for the media, but it's like what a lot of us do and we don't realize it. What? How do I word this? How involved are you with like social media? Like how often are you on it?
I'd say I'm probably on it a lot.
Your screen time? You check your screen time?
I could check it right now. Let's check.
Let's check all of
my
us.
screen time.
Mine would be bad.
Is it bad?
Bad, bro. It's gonna be more than 10 hours.
Let me see. Pull it up.
A day?
Screen time. Huh? Yeah, no, mine is bad, bro.
Week. Oh, the week just started. That's why.
So it deletes it.
Yeah.
You can do day, right?
Yeah, you can do that.
Damn, it deletes the previous
They just started though. Yeah,
Understand
because this is what I do on Instagram. If I'm not using it, I delete it. So then I don't go on it on work, like subconsciously and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what like it's not bad. As Instagram is the only one I have. The other shit I don't bother using. I just delete them and don't download them. But that's what I do. So throughout my day, like I probably in the morning maybe I check a little bit, which is still not a good habit to do. In the morning you get that stimulant, dopamine and shit from social media. Like throughout my day, probably at work during break. Okay, download it, go on it for my break because there's really nothing else to do, right? Delete it when I get out of work, when I go back to work. At night, re-download it, check it a little bit, right? Catch what I missed up on. That's my idea. Obviously, it's not like that, like strictly. But that's my idea of it. When I'm not using it, I delete it. So then I'm not on it.
So do you think, okay, so for us like this, deleting social media and like deleting social media, thinking we need to refrain from it, does that make us weak mentally?
I know what you mean, because then you can't hold yourself back. You have to completely remove it. So then
And
you
plus
don't
it's like
go on it.
We're also thinking about what other people's opinions
About us.
about.
I feel like
You get what I'm saying?
yeah, damn, that's true. I feel you definitely shouldn't be influenced by it. Like number one is you shouldn't be doing it for social. I'm doing this because it's gonna look nice on the screen. You're doing it because you're either doing it because you want to do it, because you have the passion.
Okay,
for it,
but
like
you
shit
okay?
like that.
Okay, so let's agree we want to do it. Cool.
Okay.
Why do we post it?
Okay, I feel like there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with the idea of posting it. Posting it is complete. It's the mindset of why you're posting it. Are you? Let's say you took a nice picture with one of your cars, right? Okay, well, it looks mad nice. But while you were taking the picture, right? Like while you were getting a professional photo shoot, you wanted to do it because you're like, yo, it's a nice day out. I just want to look nice. I want to feel nice with my cars and stuff. Or are you doing it because, damn, yo, I want to look nice.
Whoever does that though?
But
whoever does the first one?
That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like no one ever does that.
I love this car. Like I'm gonna post.
No, that's
this.
the
You
thing.
would post it, you would just keep in your phone.
Isn't that who?
That's true.
That's
Yeah,
what
you can do
social
that.
media does, though. It's,
No,
it's
but
to,
no.
to let others
But I
know
mean,
when
like,
you do
if
it.
it might still be there, but that's not engulfing it. That's not your main purpose of, because you might still, yo, I'm proud of my achievements. Okay, yeah, I want to post. I want to look nice. I'm proud of my achievements. So you know what I mean, like I'm proud of where I came from and shit, shit like that. Obviously, this is like in a perfect world where your mind's perfectly thinking. It's obviously not gonna be like that. But I mean, but you see the difference between that and like, okay, you know, I look nice. I want to feel nice. You know what I mean? And I also gonna post it, or strictly just I want to post it, look nice. I want people to think this. You see, like the difference though, of you can either post it strictly for social media or post it just because it's a nice photo and it looks nice, and you know, like it's obviously gonna look nice on social media and shit. See, like there can be a completely different like attitude to it.
It's crazy.
That's what I think.
I'm gonna go post my car now.
That's serious.
See what I mean? Like there can be like ask for anything, bro. You really kind of gotta like sit down, like create a little line down the middle. Is this what I'm doing it for, or is this what I think I'm doing it for? Is this really what I'm doing? And then it goes back to the foundation thing you're talking about. It's something that I discovered. Everyone has a foundation, right? This is one of the articles I'm writing.
Can you talk about more of those articles? Because you guys
No, we're going there right after.
After this.
That's the last thing we're talking about.
All right.
So this is what I discovered, right? On top of the first mind, second mind, where your second mind's truly what, like, it isn't the physical and emotional shit. Your second mind's the one that thinks long term, the one that really wants to go to its purpose and shit, right? The other part of it, which is how your mind thinks. This is another one I'm writing. Your subconscious mind. So you know how people think, oh, your subconscious mind, you can't control those thoughts? You can. There are 2 ways for those thoughts to happen. It's from emotion and conditioning. So let's say you think back to a memory, you attach a certain emotion to it, like a negative emotion. You constantly think of it, your mind's gonna wire that emotion and that thought, and you're gonna feel like you're not being able to control that thought. It just keeps popping out. I can't control it because you've conditioned it to stick in your head and like become wired deeply in your head with emotion and conditioning. But with emotion and conditioning, like if you dead mess where it's like, okay, I have this memory. It's bad memory, right? I attach a certain emotion to it. If you catch yourself realize I'm gonna think of it and not attach any emotion that deep. It's like, oh, regret and shit, right? It's not gonna get wired in your brain, in your subconscious brain, to spew out those thoughts.
Yeah.
Like randomly, because you think you can't control it. That's why it's called subconscious thoughts. Because you don't think of them; they just appear.
Right.
But in reality, you can. It's just with conditioning and emotion. Because the mind's completely more. Everything the mind does. That's what I'm saying. You could tell who is a victim to their mind and who is truly like on this like mindset shit. People who are victims to their mind, people who go off their emotions. People who are angry, sad, like they completely show it, they act it out, they engulf their whole life around that emotion. Those are people that like, okay, they're victim because the mind, you don't think emotionally, it's the mind that thinks emotionally. Because the mind, the only times emotions come in is when physical shit happens. In the physical world and experiencing shit. And then that's how you know they're victims of their mind because they only think physically and emotionally, not on that third level, which is the one that we think on, which is the shit where it's like, okay, put my emotions aside, think logic, like this, you know what I mean? Like long term, like that's that third mindset, which is that second mind. The first mind's physically, emotionally. But that's where the foundation comes in. The foundation is, as you grow up, for example, I'm going to describe you my foundation, right? This is what I mean. The foundation of every single thought that you ever have comes from a foundation that you conditioned in your mind growing up. Mine, especially when I was like that whole 17 phase and shit, was insecurity. It was insecurity and inferiority, like feeling inferior to other people.
Can I ask why? What did you feel insecure about?
It was just, I guess, it goes back to the whole first world problem things. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm insecure about this. Like, oh, my, you know, I didn't like the way I looked. Oh, yeah, I'm broke and shit. Like, but you see how like all those are like purely physical, but like I attached myself to those just physical. Like, obviously you want to look better and shit. I mean, but it's like you're not just engulfed by that. Like I'm just realizing at the end of the day, it's my mind that is the most important thing that I have. You know what I mean? But it's like I had those, like my foundation was those two. So every single thought that ever popped in my head, somehow, even if it's very loosely, right, all the way down to the root, linked to one of those reasons. The only way you could really realize, okay, yo, what is my foundation, what is my thought process of everything, is by sitting down and truly like putting your ego, putting your pride aside, and being unfiltered with yourself. Truly speaking to yourself, okay, why do I do this? Like, don't even try to like hide it, because naturally your mind doesn't like when you try to expose it. Right. Your mind's gonna try hiding it, your mind's gonna try compensating. You gotta like kind of sit down with your mind and look at it and be like, okay, yo, why do you think like this? Clearly, we both don't like those thoughts, but why do you keep thinking that? You know what I mean? Right. Because your mind is wired to think that way, because of its foundation. You keep asking yourself that, you're gonna get to your foundation. That's what I did in those long walks. That's why I was like, yo, I'm blessed to have those long walks. In those long walks is when I figured that out. I was like, yo, this is my foundation. My foundation is off insecurity, feeling inferior. The fear of me feeling inferior, I guess you could say, well, got me in the gym, which is a good thing, but it's the fact that I was doing it, because I want to look better. But not for me. I want to look better so other people don't think I'm weak.
Stop recording. When we started.
Wait, for how long ago?
No, I just okay. I just go back to what you were saying.
But it's like the thing where me going in the gym isn't because for me. It's because, I don't want to feel like people could beat me. I don't feel like people could do this, you know what I mean? And then that's what I was like, yo, just wait till I get money. My phone. Alright, I was like, yo, just wait till I get money, because then I'm not getting money for the better of me, for the better of my family. I'm getting money so I could flex it on these people. I mean, oh, do I look cool doing this? You see, I was like, all of it, you could tie it back down to either the fear of inferiority or me being insecure about my potential, my abilities, shit like that.
I'm not gonna lie. When I pursue money, when I get money,
You cool, bro?
You got TVs on those?
Yeah.
They got $5,000 rims on that, bro. Like,
It was 4.
or with taxes, shipping, pops, you feel me? With the Michelin tires.
but when I get money, sometimes I just do it for my family and for me too, right? But also, I look at when I flex, bro. Like, damn.
No, but you see what I mean? How that's like you guys, okay, that's a physical thing though. That's me because emotionally it makes me feel better in the moment.
Yeah, bro.
Physically, it's to show off that money.
Bro, I do it for, like, most importantly, like, I think, like, oh, my family.
Yeah.
And, like, I look good personally, like I'm in a good place.
Yeah.
And then the rest is just, bro.
But that's fine, but then
Flexing is so corny to me.
Bro, what?
It's
Yeah.
like, bro,
Bro.
there's always someone richer than you.
Exactly.
Bro, listen,
yeah.
bro, at that moment, bro, I'm the highest man in the world, bro.
Please.
Oh,
No, but
God.
I would never.
okay,
I
but
could
no,
never
but I'm
do
saying,
that.
you see
I'm
how
sorry.
that's,
Yeah.
how that's so temporary, but like it feels so good because your
Oh,
mind
yeah,
just
man.
likes that. But at the end of the day, it's temporary.
It's like
You
a-
flexing that. Okay, now you gotta upgrade. Now you gotta flex this. Okay, now I gotta get. You see
like
how
an
that-
upgrade,
it's
bro.
That
helpful.
point-
It's helpful.
it's a-
That's good though.
It's but,
You're
no, but
elevating
it's,
yourself.
but it's the mindset of if he was doing it for my family, I feel like it's gonna go a lot further than I need to flex this. I need to because then what? He's eventually gonna go broke looking rich. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna get to that certain point where instead of him, let's say he has 50K, instead of okay, you're being smart with it. Okay, for the longevity of my family, I'm gonna invest in shit. Instantly gets a new car. With putting that whole 50K as like the down payment for it. You know what I mean? See what I mean? Like just to flex it.
Right.
Two posts is gonna look nice, and then after the third one, people got used to it.
Experiences though.
You know what I mean? Experience of being broke.
No, but I'm saying like
like,
I feel there's no good way to put it. If you're going broke to look,
experiences. Like
bro,
to look
it
rich,
feels so
it's-
great when you've, like,
No, but I feel like-
reached that goal.
but you
like,
can get to that when like instead of putting that 50K straight into a new car, you get that 50K, invest it, turn it into 100K. Now you can buy even better car. You know what I mean? But like in the long term, where it's like you're just being smarter about it. You're not going
Yeah, but
broke for that shit.
tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah, bro.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? What if
yeah, but like at the end, we're not gonna. Yo,
That's a bad talk, bro.
yeah, you're right. You're
Talk
right.
to a car guy about cars, that's a bad
Yeah.
That's a bad talk, bro. With the cars he has, bro, that's not even down payment for that's down payment for 3 houses, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But you see, these are things that I don't regret though,
But
because
you
it's
see,
an
but
experience.
I feel like that's the thing.
'Cause
Your mind
in my
doesn't.
head, right? In
Your
my
mind
head,
tries to compensate. That's your mind compensating, saying
Look,
for the
if I
experience.
could, my thing is like, if we could do all of these things by 21, what shows I can do all of this by 23? So it's like, I think, fuck it, I might as well. But
But if it's a worker
like,
for you, it's a worker at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for me, this is how I see it, because this is, at the end of the day, everyone has their own path. Everyone, like, I could never, no matter how much I try to explain to you, I could never try to get you to think like me.
yeah.
And that's,
I mean, I guess ultimately what I'm saying is, as long as you know in your heart that you're gonna put your foot on the gas, and God is holding that steering wheel and directing you.
yeah. You seen that Audi video, the Audi that was going 300K? Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then like
the
it's split in
tree.
half.
it was like, it hit the
It was
pole and
like-
it was completely gone.
There
Like,
was like the head on the ground, whatever.
shit.
Oh, that's crazy.
That, but
But you gotta
you think
understand,
God
bro.
was holding his wheel?
You guys don't
No, no.
understand, bro. Like being a car guy is more of a risk than being in a gang, bro.
Okay,
you don't
listen
understand.
though. I would rather trust my life with a reckless driver than a safe driver.
Why?
That's facts because reckless driver people
They just
have more
drive
experience.
better.
Oh,
with
that,
cutting
you know
up.
what?
They
I
just
Safe drivers
they know
just
how to
cut-
drive.
Safe
yeah.
drivers, if a reckless guy was cutting up and comes next
They don't
to
know
them
what
and
to
they
do.
get really scared, they'll move away.
Yeah.
But a reckless driver is used to stuff like that, so he knows how to stay in his own lane and control the car.
You're right.
Right.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Yeah, because then
Like,
in safe
people-
drivers haven't been in situations
They've
that
not been
Like, for
tested,
example,
bro.
like-
Bro, I've
Yeah,
been
okay,
tested.
okay, you know what?
Like,
I've had
this is
people,
what I'm saying.
like,
Like, I'm not hating on you, but I don't think
I
you've
know
ever
what you
been in an M4, like an M4, like a car like
Yeah.
this, going 500. Like, you've never been in a car that went 165 and you drove it yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know
So
what
he
you
has
mean.
way more experience.
Exactly.
Even if he had an accident before, he still has more experience.
Exactly,
And the
yeah.
accident even taught him more.
You're
But,
right.
like, he does it, but you get what I'm trying to say.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But when I was saying stepping on the gas and God control. That's not. I'm not speaking on cars. I'm speaking on life.
Yeah.
Like, I feel as though, like, if you, I don't know. I just feel like if you have money and you want to spend your money, the only things that are cool to spend on is experiences and like education. But that's where like what that's where you gotta define what an experience is. So it's an experience like, okay, I have 50K. Am I gonna go buy a 50K car? Or it's an experience like vacations or stuff like that. Like, you gotta determine what's an experience to you. What's something that you've always wanted to do that you can't. It kind of goes
back to why you're doing it. If you're truly doing it for experience, I want to experience.
Yeah, but you could. The thing is, you could apply that to so many things in the world.
But that's the thing. It's the fact that you can. It's like, so the book that I'm reading right now, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It teaches you about principle. It teaches you principle living. Principle living is kind of like having your own personal constitution. It's principles that you could fall back on no matter what. They're universal, so they'll never fail you in a sense, right? So that's what it is. It's the fact that you can apply. If one of your principles is truly you want to experience everything in life, right? And for no other reason, just for the experience of, for the idea of I want to experience stuff. That's your principle. It's the fact that it's universal. You could apply it to anything. Okay, I want to do it. It might not be realistically the best. I know I'm not gonna die or nothing, but for the experience of it, I truly want to learn something out of it. I mean, like that's a principle right there. That's one of your principles. Is I truly want to experience everything I can. You know what I mean?
Speaking about learning, I want to learn more about you. What do you do?
What do I do?
That article, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all right, let's get to that.
Okay, yeah. Because you've been
you been like dodging that question, bro.
What's it called?
So it's called Legacy Publishment, right?
What is it?
Why did you replace the G with the X?
I just didn't want to put a G because then it's gonna be too like simple and too like.
Wait,
so it's still called Legacy.
Yeah, it's not like you don't say it any different way.
You don't say
a website.
Legacy.
Nah. See, that's nah.
Because that's what I would have said.
No, it's just Legacy.
Legacy.
Yeah, but I wanted to like put a little uniqueness in there, so then you could identify.
Yeah, but I mean, if someone reads it, they're not gonna say Legacy because they don't know that.
Yeah, but fuck it.
That means you gotta explain it every time.
We're too fuck it. I'll explain it every time.
That's even my like artist name. They say it every way except how it's supposed to be said. So just making them like putting yourself out there and making them learn how to say it.
I guess it's the idea of them not knowing that gets an extra bit of attention.
So Legacy.
Yeah.
What is it? A website.
It's a website. So at first I started, and my very first thing was interviewing Asari. It was like back in September. I feel bad because the article came out like a month later.
No, it was August
or some shit.
It was end of July.
Yeah.
Before you went to Ghana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
There's more batteries up there.
Beyond the Dunkin'.
So the whole idea of it is, okay, I just want an outlet for all the shit that I experienced, all the shit that I learned. Just put articles up there. And my other thing was.
Oh, can you tell them your Instagram tag?
Legacy Publishment, LEXAGY, then Publishment, all one
you
word.
spelled that wrong.
Yeah, LEX.
ACY.
ACY, put G. Shit, I don't know. Shit. Yo, just put like a little tag right here. You know what I mean? Like,
it'll be on the screen. It'll be on the screen. It'll be in the description everywhere.
But the thing is, you can't find the website on Google for some reason. I gotta link it to
you
Google.
gotta go.
At first, you were able to, but now you can't, which is stupid. The second I put up that article, like it fucking shut down the website. Yo, I have one reader from France. I have a person from France, bro.
You probably went on the wrong site.
I'll put his Instagram right here.
Right there, yeah.
You guys check it out.
Alright.
Just make it work for yourself, bro.
Yo, put it here.
Yo, you're evil.
Super shit everywhere.
Yeah. Right, but so I want an outlet of my experience, my art, because I journal a fuck ton. I write a bunch of shit, but I don't want to keep it in my notes. I want to put it out somewhere. And so that's the article side of it. The interview side of it is, I want to interview people who are at the position that I want to be, or the people who clearly are on the same mindset, and I need to learn something from them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I interview them and I try understanding what it is that they do, and then try to learn something out of them.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
That's that interview side of it. So it's like from Asari, I wanted to learn his foundation of it. I mean, like, what does he think success is? Because clearly he's at the position I want to be at. I mean, so and then I'm like, okay, what can I learn from him? That's why I interviewed him. Then Manny, the artist Chomani, right? I interviewed him because I was like, yo, the way that he goes about things is like, the thing that I learned from him is that he goes off the principle of abundance.
He's a cool ass dude.
He's just chill with everyone. Chill. I'm like, yo, like he doesn't move around the world scarce wise. Like he doesn't go off scarcity. Oh, there's enough of this. Oh, there's enough. He said, yo, there's enough success. There's enough
Scarce.
money in the world. Like he doesn't have the scarcity mindset. Like there's an abundance of, like it's like the thing that you said with spreading knowledge. I don't like. There's no reason for me to gatekeep what I know. I need to spread it, let you know, because then we could all prosper. We could all succeed.
Yeah.
That's what I learned from him. It's the fact that he said, yo, like anyone could really, like make it and shit. You can't really hold everything to yourself, thinking just because you're giving, they're gonna be taken from you. You give. Just because you give doesn't mean you're losing anything. You're just giving.
That's something I read. Is
what I
like a lot of like like when I was looking into real estate, they'll tell you like a struggle they always have is people educating them about real estate. Because people want to gatekeep that knowledge so bad. But they're acting like there's
anything.
It's not like we're running out of land in this world, or there's houses
not being built.
There's not being built or nothing like that.
That's what he taught me in a sense.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. So you
the things I learned from him, I did that article. I learned that. See, this is what I mean. Where it's like, if I hadn't had that article with him, I started learning what he was saying months later.
Was that your first?
No, Asari was my first.
Oh, okay.
Asari. So from Asari is the shit that I'm learning now in a sense where, the thing I said where like naturally some people were made for this in a sense.
Okay.
It's just natural. Some people you're either gonna have to really try to pick up. Some people are just lost, right? Like you just can't. You can't. You gotta realize at a certain point you're just wasting your time. Some people will learn it on their own, and some people just need that kick. Like it's different for everyone, but the people who just learn it on their own, in a sense, where I feel like we've all been in this position, right? It's kind of like we were made to learn it so we could pass it, in a sense. So everyone specific type of shit. And then I'm also learning the thing where it's like, okay, I need to find my productive time. Clearly, me waking up in the morning doesn't mean I'm being productive. I'm just waking up in the morning. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was like, okay, now I need to figure it, because me finding my productive time is me lessening that procrastination, because then, okay, this is when my mind is sharpest. I'm motivated to work. Not me forcing myself up in the morning and then it's like, oh, like, I don't want to work.
Right.
Like, start doing my articles and shit.
You probably get less done.
All I did was, I just woke up in the morning and that's it. Right?
Right.
And so, like, that's the shit that I'm learning now from that article. But the same, like, if I hadn't done the article with you or Manny, none of those lessons I would have learned. Because it's the thing where I need to first read it, understanding I'm not going to comprehend it yet. I just need to read it, and I know I'm going to understand it later in life. Later on, like, there is a book I read probably, like, close to a year ago now, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Lessons from that book, I did not start learning till, like, last month. But you see how I still connected back to, okay, I know it's that book. It's the fact that I read it and I understood it, and I kind of stored it. Like, my mind subconsciously stored it, okay, when you're ready for that lesson, when it needs to be given to you, when you need to learn that I read. Learning it at the wrong time is all. It's like somebody right now, if they wanted to start reading and improving their life, yo, sorry, what book should I read? You're not going to give them some, like, advanced book that they don't want. You're going to tell them some, like, basic book, but one that helps lay a foundation.
What is the book that they should read?
Yeah.
That people should read? I'm not even finished with it yet.
They should,
But
like you say, that start with.
7 Habits of Highly Effective People, bro. I'm only halfway through. When I tell you that book, like, read my fucking mind. It's like, let's say I'm on page, like, 60, right? And I don't read for a few days, but within that few days, I went through something, right? And, damn, I'm thinking about this. I read the next 5 pages. It's like, that ass describe exactly what it is, what you should do. It's like just by coincidence, but it was like crazy in a sense. The first 2 habits I already read. The first one was be proactive. The second one was start with the end in mind. The first one, being proactive, is just basically teaching you. So there's 2 circles. There's the circle of influence, the circle of concern. The more you focus on your circle of concern, the smaller your circle of influence is. So the more shit you have control over, because you're too focused on the shit you don't have control over, you're going to start losing control of the shit that you do have control over.
Right.
And that's the thing that I was going through and shit. The shit that I had control over, I thought I didn't. That's why I felt like I was in that victim mindset, because I couldn't do anything about shit that I could do about. And then start with the end in mind is the one that teaches you about principles. Have principles for your life. Build those up. And it's like, go off those principles. Universal principles that you could take anywhere. Any situation in life, wherever you are. Because at the end of the day, the way they describe, this is how the chapter started off. Imagine you're at your own funeral, right? And imagine that everyone's coming up to speak about you. What do you want them to say about you?
Damn.
What do you want them to say? Damn, Paul was he was indecisive about what he wanted to do. Obviously, they're not gonna say that, but I'm saying if they were being truthful, you know what I mean? If they were like completely unfiltered and being honest.
Yeah.
He had big goals, but he never really achieved. Or do you want them to go up there? Yo, Paul was the type of person that if he had his mind, if he said something, it's basically a contract. He's getting it done. Like, he was the type of person where if he said he's doing this, you could put your whole life on it.
Damn.
Like, he's that type of... That's how... So then that's what they mean by start with the end in mind. So then if you really want to become that type of person where it's like, yo, I put my mind to everything that I do. I complete everything I start. One of your principles would probably be never leave stuff unfinished. Never start something and leave it unfinished. Like, commit like it's your life. I mean, like that. So then that's what it teaches. Like, have principles that, like, for example, when you die, you want people to speak about.
You guys make sure you check him out, bro.
For this,
it's some interesting shit.
Right. And it also, like, ties into what I was saying about, like, me not giving up on people. Is because, like, in this world, right, like, in this day and age, there's so much fast money out there. Like, you could wake up and, I don't know, go trade a couple of stocks and make money. Or you can go hit refunds or, like, whatever these scammers be doing these days. Why are you laughing? You be...
They're scamming.
It's just funny, bro, because, like, they think it's smart until you really, like... You made all that money, but can you even buy a car? No. Like, how are you gonna prove your income?
Exactly. Yeah, you can't.
Stupid.
Yeah.
My whole,
it's just a short term.
Right. My whole thing is
investment.
like,
long term, it's gonna fuck you up.
Really,
you're skipping out on all these, like, useful life knowledge that you acquire from, okay, maybe being at a job for a year or, like, speaking with certain types of people. Like, you're isolating and putting yourself away from these, like, needed life skills, like that are gonna help you later on.
Exactly.
And they don't realize that now because they'll see the quick money coming in and kind of be, like, distracted by that.
So then that's when they're, like, purely thinking physical money, because even at the end of the day, money's physical. That's when they're thinking, oh, just money. You see what I mean? Like, then that's when people are thinking physically, emotionally. You can see how, like, I'm trying to, like, tie back everything, because that's what I learned. Everything ties back to either physical and emotional or that third mind of, like, that ethical, you know, spiritual, like, all that other shit. The one that, like, really at the end of the day is helping you find what it is you want to do, your purpose, and all, like, all that shit.
Alright. Well, it's crazy. Paul has some questions here. It's like
we're just gonna have, like,
quick fire questions you just got off Google.
Yeah.
Alright.
Texting or talking?
Me?
Yeah.
Talking.
Talking?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright. Favorite day of the week?
I mean, they're all the same shit. At the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck. They're all the same,
He's
bro.
gonna say his day off. What other cities have you been in? I mean, like, what other states have you been to?
I haven't been to any other state.
Just Mass.
I came in Massachusetts, bro. I stayed in Massachusetts.
Yo, how long
you
have you
been in New
here?
York before?
Like 10 plus years. No, not even New York, not Rhode Island, not nothing.
You've been to Rhode Island? No.
Never been to Rhode Island.
You've been to Connecticut.
Oh my god, bro.
Never been to
Never
Rhode
been to
Island.
Abu Arab.
But, Naka?
I know your Arab ass been to Abu Arab before.
Huh?
Like the hookah place in Rhode Island.
Wallahi.
What?
Bro, there's no way you just been in the
Bro, I was at the middle.
Yo, yeah, his man. He's
Bro,
lying, right?
Middle East, came here, sat here.
God. 10 years. That's
Yes.
a decade.
This, bro, 10 plus.
No shit, Paul.
Oh my god. Yo.
I'm being so fucking for real.
You never been to New Hampshire?
My thing is, if I'm gonna leave if I'm getting our masters, I'm leaving for good. I'm not coming back.
Damn.
But, like, that's
Bro,
crazy, though. You're
you
just,
know,
like,
you
a quick
just wanna
drive down.
try other
Like,
stuff.
Nah.
Have you been to other cities except
Okay,
Worcester?
see,
You've been.
Yeah, like
That's what I'm
Boston
telling
is
you.
the
Definitely
furthest I've been.
That's what I'm
Boston
telling you,
is
bro.
the furthest.
Far furthest I've been.
Oh my god.
Nah,
Yes.
no way.
Yo.
Yes.
How old is he?
I'm 19.
19.
Bro, I'm 18. I've been more
Yo.
than you, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Is, like, I feel like what I'm telling you right now is probably gonna be a phase you come into in life. It's like
Damn.
I was in the same mindset last year, but like this year, like I
Yeah, I
traveled
see.
once, and I went like 8 more times in the span of like 3 months.
It really changed. It really opens you up on you.
Like, bro, it's good to experience and
It is,
see the
definitely,
world
yeah.
outside.
The
Bro.
one thing me and him came up with, we were like, all right, we're gonna travel somewhere random. Right?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Like, we
so-
don't know nobody. We don't know the area. We go there. We split up. We document our journeys. And we go there for like 3
That's
days.
what we
We
want to
don't
do.
got
Yeah.
somewhere to sleep. We don't got food. We don't got.
We sleep on the street again. We
That's
sleep on the street
crazy,
again.
bro. Nah,
Fuck
that's
Okay,
it.
crazy.
not nighttime. Like
Hey,
we'll
yo.
have a hotel. We're not gonna sleep at somewhere.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna go meet people. We're not gonna go in like the hood. We're not gonna go
The whole
crazy.
idea of
We're
it
gonna
is
go
to
where, like,
the
probably
experience.
be
Okay, like
Yeah.
I
Hey, yo,
give him
tag
a
me along to
challenge.
that shit,
Like
bro.
his would
That
be
shit sound tough.
Yeah.
his would
And
be
then we
okay.
document it. We
Go
film it or we write down what we thought,
like
or
do
who
a
we
street
met
performance
and
of one of your
when we
songs.
meet up, we
That
do-
would be his.
Yeah,
That'd be my goal for him.
We have
Yo, by the end of
objectives.
this week, right?
His would be to interview someone. Or like
To interview
meet
someone for my
like,
articles.
hire-
You see what I mean? Like it forces you. Like
You ever watch Yes Theory?
I watch, yeah.
Yeah, they do kind of stuff
Yeah,
like that.
basically like shit like that. Yeah.
Damn. Nah, but you need to go out there and live.
But you see, the thing is, like, okay, now speaking, like, realistically, is if I do, I don't really got the funds to, like, okay, go out and shit.
It's not that expensive.
It's not, but it's still, the little money that I have is, like,
New York is $200-$300 to go and come back and have fun.
Right.
Really,
You could go same day, bro. Just go look at Times Square, see all this, like, bro,
That's
like
true.
just
Times Square,
go
it
peep.
is mad people there. You meet a lot of people in Times Square.
Especially that you like recording. There's a lot of TikTokers,
A lot of shit to do,
YouTubers,
yeah.
A lot of
people
content,
paying- You
real,
can get
yeah.
a lot of content there.
You're
Bro,
right.
it's not even like
It's just for the
It just
like
changes
just the
you.
purpose, like of
Of seeing.
seeing like a tall skyscraper and wondering like,
No, bro.
how, like
Oh.
how long did it take to build this? Like
Yeah,
how
no,
many
bro.
But you
investors
see, alright,
came
but
together
you
to
see,
build
the
this?
thing is, the thing is when I tell
It's
you,
not even a-
when we went and slept on the fucking street that night of Boston,
Yeah.
when I tell you it didn't feel any
It
different.
felt peaceful. It felt better than my room. In my room, I feel.
Hey, yo, that's
trapped.
crazy.
Nah, I'm stuck
That's
in my mind
crazy.
and it scares me.
No, but you see what I mean?
It's stuck with
Like
my
to
mind.
me, like now it's like because I don't really think of shit physically in motion, like in that same aspect. Whereas I could be anywhere. I could be in fucking Dubai. I feel like I'd still feel the same.
Nah.
At the end of the
no,
day-
no.
I just
No.
It's just how you
No.
perceive it. You gotta.
It's because my perception of it is at the end of the day, like
see. No, okay.
But you
what's
can't
the-
make the
remember,
argue that's
remember
a
the
close
conversation
changes.
we had in the car where you say you want a word that has like no boundaries, basically.
You're right.
Like you're literally putting a boundary
putting
around
boundaries
yourself.
on myself. You're right.
Just, bro.
You're right. No, I'll take that. Yeah.
Go out
No,
there
it
and
changes,
live, bro.
But that's why, like, next year, one of my goals is okay for a whole month, go somewhere, like, fucking.
Exactly.
I'm thinking Iraq just because fucking.
No.
No, for a whole
So
month.
this nigga to go see the world, he's going to Iraq.
I'm going back.
Just
bro.
told you Iraq is
Like, I'm
terrible, and that's where you
Cars
want
don't
to
even
go.
have insurance there, bro.
What the fuck?
Yes, bro. I'm
Bro.
telling you.
Yo, that should be good for what is it? You niggas, bro.
But
No, Iraq?
Insurance.
Yeah, no
about
insurance.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
just
look,
fucking,
I'm
go
saying.
fucking around, drift,
Just go
speed.
on like a random day in a month. Go to New York, drive there 2 hours. You go at night. Go out like 6-7 p.m.
Oh, yeah, nighttime.
Try Arab food.
Times Square.
Try Arab food. Try
You're right.
tacos. Times Square.
You're
Get
right.
videos. Get pictures, and just drive back.
Yeah, bro.
You
No,
like
bro, I
the
was-
experience.
you're right.
You like the experience. You repeat it. And then you go to New Jersey. You go to Philly. That's what
You're right.
me and him did. With our friends.
Mm.
We went to Philly. We went to Maryland. We went to the White House. We went to Virginia.
Do you go to Toronto with you? Was it Toronto?
No.
But I was
we-
supposed to.
He was supposed. Yeah, he
I was supposed to. But like I tell them all the time.
Your parents are chill with you going with it.
Yes,
But I
because-
got Arab like
No,
strict.
trust me, they'll be okay
Bro,
with
it's
it because
one day, bro.
it's
Literally,
not.
New
It's
York
not
is
about
3
1 day.
hours
It's
away.
not about 1 day. You gotta understand. They want you to travel. They want you to enjoy the world. 'Cause
Your
at one-
parents
at
want you
one
to
point-
travel.
No, trust me. At one point, your dad also wanted to, leave his
That's
city,
true.
experience.
That's true. I know.
He's
what
not gonna want you to sit, work, home. That's gonna kind of ruin your mindset.
You're
You want
right.
to try something new, experience.
You're right. Yeah. Because
If
you don't want to
like
be
it-
engulfed by
yeah,
just.
if you don't like it, you go back to your basic life. If you like it, you try something new. It's
No,
not gonna hurt.
I am 100% sure it's gonna change it. I was driving in
100%.
Times Square, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I could not stop staring, and I was the one driving.
You think it's the
And
morning
everybody was
all
like,
day.
"Bro, look at the road,"
Bro,
and I
one
was
time
just
went,
like,
there was like 100 motorcyclists and fucking four wheelers and shit. They just
Yeah.
Bro,
mad people.
like,
It
it
was
was
fucking
life.
These 3 guys, these buff ass.
You really feel
dudes,
alive.
You see,
Right, you
right,
got to.
so
What the
after
fuck?
winter, because I feel
What the
like
fuck?
not winter, right?
Bro,
I
you
shouldn't-
feel alive there. Like
Yeah.
it's
I'll
4 in the
go
morning and there's
So
people
much random
around
shit
you.
going
Right.
like.
Bro,
like,
Times Square is all
see
season, to be honest.
and just like small
It's
areas.
just
I'm just not trying to go OD.
Cold
Yeah.
as fuck, though.
So spring, alright.
Alright.
Okay, go. Tyler, me and
Favorite
you are
song?
going. Favorite song?
Perform.
Fuck, you see, like of all time, or just my current favorite?
This is correct.
Current.
Don't name any. Oh, okay, no, I won't say.
Why are you limited?
I'll say, fuck it. I say Joey. I'm going through my Joey Badass phase right now.
Oh,
So,
What kind of
probably
music does he make?
Joey Badass, like
It's like-
underground.
He almost sounds like J. Cole.
old school.
I hate
type-
music like that.
Really?
I hate
J.
music.
Cole?
No.
I feel like I fuck with that type
Also
of
like
music.
J.
That's like
Cole,
some
Drake,
underground
Meek
music.
Mill.
Drake
That's
and
just-
J. Cole are not in the same. Like Drake's
No,
so
like, J.
versatile.
Cole, like-
Alright, Meek Mill.
Old schoolish.
Meek Mill.
Like,
You don't
Yeah.
like Meek Mill?
Those are new.
I like
because
old.
Joey Badass is
Like-
like he's been
I like
rapping
rap.
for decades, so like that's how he's more so old school.
What I'm
You-
saying is, I don't like slow paced music.
No, it's not. It's
It's-
not. It's old
it's
school
not.
and new school. Like the
Yeah.
the beat kind of sounds
He
old
blends it
school,
in.
It's like
but the rap
it's like
Oh,
lo-fi. Like
It's not.
Chill.
No, bro.
No, it's just more so about
that's
okay.
what
yo,
J. Cole is.
bro,
No.
right? So the beat
I
is
mean,
old
for the most
school,
part, yeah.
but the
Yeah.
words he's saying is
It's the
like
current, it's like
the new
yeah.
industry, you know,
Mm.
kind of
Type
type of
words,
words.
yeah.
No, Joey Badass is like the mix, old and new.
Old
Yeah,
He
he's like
mixed.
halfway,
He
you
mixed
could
it
say.
nicely,
No, yeah, he's a really good
Yeah.
100%.
but he's still an underground.
Before
rapper.
that,
Him,
I'll
Earl,
give you another one
Tough.
beside that, right? That
He's up there.
and then Flows by
It's just
Chef
like,
G and Sleepy
He
House.
doesn't want to be
Chef G.
mainstream.
Chef G.
Yeah.
So he's
I've
like
heard
just
that.
where the money comes in, and he's known but not too famous. Like, 'cause
If he wanted to be known, he would be dropping albums
Yeah.
back to back.
Yeah,
Good ones.
and he'd
but it's
be
like, the thing
crazy.
with
He
that,
just
everybody has fame nowadays, so there's no point to shoot for fame. There's a point to shoot for money and like your own little audience group. There's no point as an artist.
Yeah.
to strive for that.
Yeah, I've seen like this artist say when you do like music, do it for a while, but don't make it your whole life. Like, cause you cannot just write songs until for like
Yeah,
5 decades.
that's why a lot of people go off to filmmaking or like
Exactly.
directing and doing this and that, like as
like
an
business
artistic
and shit.
Yeah.
writing or like
While you're doing
Yeah,
music,
exactly.
do something on the side, and then just
that's more long.
leave
term,
music
yeah.
and then just do your own, like something you can focus on.
Okay, so next question is: would you rather, or what do you think is harder, being a super famous celebrity? Okay, I'll say like Drake. Be like a Drake,
Like
where your privacy,
It's
your
like-
personal life is out the window.
Yeah.
Or would you rather be like what do you think has more pressure? Or would you rather be like, let's say the CEO of Gymshark, who like no one knows what he looks like, but he still has so much pressure of okay, like this is the decision this company needs to make, the employees, payroll, you know, profit and loss, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Which one would you
Which
rather?
one harder?
Which one do you think is harder?
It's
Has more
definitely
pressure.
Superstar, because you still
The
kinda-
superstar?
kind of do what the CEO does, not to the same extreme, but you still basically do what he does on top of fame. You know what I mean? Like, because then the fame is also dictating your whole fucking career. Let's say Elon Musk, you know what I mean? Let's say on top of being a super successful CEO and everything, your image really fucking matters. That image is ruined, your whole company's going down, the stocks and everything.
Okay,
So, I mean,
so
that's like an
I guess
added,
okay.
like,
let
layer of
me
pressure.
reframe the question. Would you rather risk? Would you rather be private
Mm-hmm.
or be depended on by so many?
Private. It's private.
You'd rather get privacy.
I'd rather
So you'd
privacy.
rather be
like
guess
own
you'd
like
rather-
own $1 billion company, but no one really knows who I am.
yeah, but then again, you own $1 billion company
Yeah.
that so many people's lives
Still
depend on.
depend on you. Too.
Yeah, but it's the fact that I don't have that added extra pressure of my reputation, my image, all that. You know what I mean, like, because then the thing about that is also they could bring up what fucking they've been canceling people for shit that they tweeted when they were 12.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
oh yeah, bro.
Like, that's how stupid
very
that's how
stupid.
stupid it's becoming. So
That
on
is
top of
very
you having a
stupid.
company, you got that stupid shit because bro, everyone was 15 doing dumb shit. You know what I mean? So like, and then people, but you see how like the world is so stupid now they're gonna cancel over here.
I think cancel culture is gone, bro.
It's
It is gone.
Yeah, that's just,
it's gone, but it's like it's the idea of it. Like people.
We know it's gone because 6ix9ine still exists, so it's the fact.
But when it pops up, it's just some very, very stupid like
Yeah.
kids.
No, it's gone.
Kids
It was just a trend, you know?
Yeah.
Social media is literally a trend.
comes and goes.
How long does it take you to get ready? Like if you're going out, how long did it take you to get ready? You come in.
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30, yeah,
Damn.
quick.
What do you put on makeup, bro? It takes me 5 to 10 minutes.
That's crazy.
5 to 10, right?
No, I'm saying like the whole shower, everything, that whole process.
Oh, like shower. Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Probably more than 30 to be honest.
Oh, hold on.
No, because I don't shower in the morning. I shower at night.
The fuck?
Yeah, I shower at night.
I mean,
when I come back and then, okay, now I'll cleanse myself up basically all day. Then go sleep, wake up. No. You know what I mean?
You got.
Back in Arabia, it used to be once a month, bro. Yeah.
Sure enough.
Once a month.
Back in Arabia,
crazy.
right? Like, fuck, once a month back in
right?
Arabia.
What if you didn't do that?
It's not like that.
No,
Because in Iraq, bro, you have to wait for a certain time so you get cold water, right? You have to wait for a certain time you can shower. Like, it's alright, so basically, bro, in Iraq, they have a very low-class life, right? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you gotta be, like, alright, like a normal, you know, like, middle class here bathroom is a pretty high bathroom over there.
We'd even have stoves over there.
Yeah, like they have stoves, like you know, like the old school one where like you kind of bounce and then you like sit down, like you know what I mean, like you sit like that, like that. And just like their lifestyle over there is really low class, but I feel like they enjoy it more than we do here because they kind of accept what they have in life and they try to make the best out of it.
That's because over here we just try to like constantly push.
But here, like over there, like social media is not big. Also, you gotta understand because they all are surrounded around each other and they all make around the same money. But here, when you're in Worcester, you see a lot of people around you that have better cars and all that. Over there, you don't really see a lot of that.
That's another topic we should talk about later, another episode or something. But I was talking with Caleb, and he told me when he went to should I mention it? South Africa. One thing that he learned is like people are so comfortable with living in their conditions. It's like there is
bro, it's giving up though.
They don't want to like elevate.
I can't, bro. There's literally no outing. There's
no like
you're stuck
dream or something.
Because there's no dreams in that country. That's what I'm trying to say.
You can say that's a good thing about America. It's just it gives you that opportunity for the dreams and opportunity to go.
Like if you was to ask them what's their dream there, they would probably tell you they want to live in America.
To America.
Yeah, that would probably be their
dream. That's the thing.
Literally.
Yeah, we didn't talk about women once, but what do you like? You like women, right?
No.
You're gay?
Huh?
You're gay?
Oh, do I like women? I thought you said like, do I got a girl? Oh, no.
I'm just asking.
No, of course, Stuck for the love, bro. Fucking apology video and everything.
Hey, we don't
cut that shit out.
Just put a closet right here open.
Yo, add a contact, just uploads that shit.
I mean, like, whatever you like.
No. Uploads that shit.
He said no. It's like I pissed him
He's like, I'm not gonna go home. He's like, I'm definitely getting whipped when I go home.
Right.
Yo, this shit comes out before I get home, bro. I'm waiting for a fucking ass beating. What the fuck you shit? What'd you say on TikTok?
But like,
nah, bro. No. Okay, I thought I said no.
Alright.
I do like women.
Cool.
I
but like,
don't.
What do you?
Okay.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, cool. Like, what do you look for in a female though? Have you had a girl before?
Yeah.
Like, what do you look for in a female? Like, you right now, like
I feel like it'd definitely be someone who's like more realistic, like, because the thing about females today is you see how like 4 out of 10s get boosted to a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 because of social media. Like a chick who like kind of unclear and say, okay, social media is not everything. That shit is stupid. I shouldn't be looking for validation in that shit. I shouldn't be looking for, you know what I mean, like posting my ass and tits on that shit to look, you know, to get the attention of other men. It's like someone who clearly and say, okay, like, that shit's stupid. I need to actually focus, like just basically on character. Like,
do you so are you like actively like pursuing? Not like, I'm not saying chasing girls or doing stuff to chase girls.
Lookout and shit.
But are you like on the lookout for like maybe like a girlfriend or something?
I would say nah. I like I used to be, but then I realized at that point like it's some shit that I feel like as I pursue my own thing, I like paths will naturally collide, and then that's okay.
Do y'all do arranged marriages?
Huh? Back over there, yeah.
They still do it here, but you're more open here than kind of.
You could kind of say no without getting
fucking over there.
Your ass beat over there.
Females, like it's disrespectful to walk up to a female and try to get rid of her.
There's no Riz over there.
The best phrase is you would take your mom and your mom would go speak to that female.
Yo,
get her
dead
phone
ass.
number, and that's
Damn,
Yo, moms
You
are
can-
like
you
fucking
can-
wingmen over there,
You
bro.
would get jumped if you speak to a female there.
that's crazy.
Because it's disrespectful to approach a female. Oh, bro.
You
So-
tell your mom, I think she's cute. And
Yeah.
your mom go up
Goes
there.
and speaks to her.
So right now, like, when do you think like you're gonna get like a girl or something? Like, just like whenever.
Girls,
You don't worry about
I don't
that.
want to force it. Yeah.
girls are
Because
expensive.
would I want to force it and then get someone that I like in the back of my head? Oh, clearly this isn't the one for you.
Do you,
I'm kidding,
okay, but
just
like,
'cause-
do you try though?
Yeah.
So like, you still go up to females and talk to
Yeah.
them. All right, cool.
But it's like,
Tomorrow.
yo, you done worse.
Cool. All right, last and final question.
You with it?
Yeah, if you don't mind. Oh my god, I had a question in my head. What did I write here? Hold on. If you could ask God, should I say Allah?
It don't matter. This is
Alright. If you could ask God one question, what would it be?
one question. Damn. I don't know.
I don't think you can ask him a question.
You can't,
I
because he
think
kind
you
of
would-
knows.
I think you would thank
If
him.
if God, let's
That's the
say,
way.
okay,
Yeah, I
let's say if
yeah, I mean, like,
Jesus was sitting here
I
with
would-
us right
I feel
in the
like
seat.
You
You
can't
I feel like the
ask-
only thing
I
I'd
feel like
ask
you
him.
should wait and like shit comes to you when it's that time.
No, like you physically can't. Like even
Oh.
you yourself, you can't. I'm gonna tell you why you can't, bro. That person made you who you are. Like
For a reason.
I feel like you are too low to even speak to him.
Mm.
Like you are too low of a person to even have a
But-
talk with that person.
I
But
feel
don't
like
you have
it's respectful
questions
to even ask
sometimes?
someone.
Like
I do,
questions?
but like
Because I feel like that's questioning
like
his
that's
ways when
Like
something
he.
you
like-
think you would question him, but once you see him face to face, you can't. Cause you're gonna be like, that's the
feel like-
person that
I
made
just
who
feel
I
like
am.
So there's
should-
nothing you're curious about.
no, there is, but I feel like that will show up when it's time. I'll learn that.
I feel like it's
answer.
very
No,
much
okay, but like I understand what you're saying in the sense. Okay,
shouldn't
let's say like all that aside, if you can like actually ask him a question, like all the whole thing of he knows,
wouldn't ask him.
like
You wouldn't ask him anything.
I definitely ask him a question. I just don't know
That's
what it
wrong.
is right
I feel
now.
like that's very wrong.
I feel like
Jesus
yeah.
came to you.
Bro,
2 minutes.
I would
What would you
sit
ask him?
down,
What would you-
have
what would you
a
ask?
long
You
talk
think
with
you
him.
can, but you can't. Your body,
Yeah, he sounds like his kid.
Like,
God,
your
jump out
body-
of a
you
long talk.
You don't understand. Your body doesn't let you. That is the person that made you who you are, and your mom, and your father,
Bro.
and your grandparents. Like
He could be like, yo, that's the wrong question. You're
like
dead.
that is your dad. Like you really can't. It's like how do I tell you? That's like
I know
hard
what
to
you
say,
mean.
but that's like almost
Yeah.
your second God. You can't question him for making you. He made you in the best way possible he can.
You're
You
not
shouldn't be
questioning anything though. You're asking him a question, like a
What would
general
what would you
question.
ask?
Yeah,
what
what
would you
ask?
think? Like,
What would you ask?
It's so much pressure on you.
Yeah.
You can't. Like,
Because it's someone
he
like
made
that
you
can
in the
tell you.
most
if you have
perfect
to
way
think about the
possible.
perfect question, then it's like you don't ask it.
Because there isn't
And
a
then you
perfect.
pa-
There isn't a
exactly.
perfect question because he
You
made
can't
you.
find
Would you put like, yo, am I gonna like pass my English test, like shit
Why
like
would you?
that?
Yeah, why would you
That's a
ask that?
stupid ass question.
Yeah, but like,
you got
what
one
else
question
did you ask?
regarding you. Ask
Like,
that.
no,
I'll be like,
answer that's not stupid.
I'll be like,
That question's no
why?
question.
He'd be like, no.
You know how we say like,
I'm gonna just
God-
say, I'm gonna just ask why and just let him answer.
Yeah,
But I
why?
don't want him
What
to
if
be
he
like,
said?
why?
What if he says because? And that's it. That's
He's literally gonna
it.
tell you.
I feel like you go
Because
smack me if you
that's
say something like that.
I'll be like,
Why what?
why?
Like why what? Why
You know
did
how
I
we
make
say
you?
If I was asked, I'd be like, okay, yo, so what's like the meaning of life, like shit like that, and
Nah,
then see
I
what
wouldn't
it
ask that. That's way too much.
That's
Like,
crazy.
too
I
far.
don't. I don't
Really?
know.
But this is what he's
Really?
gonna.
Okay,
I
then
mean, I would
you
want to
see
know
what-
that though.
All right,
Like,
but
I want to
this is
know,
what he's
okay,
gonna
because
tell
you see,
he's gonna
that's
tell
the
you.
creator.
He's gonna tell you that's why you have your Bible. You shouldn't ask me this. I made you.
This man's about to be like, read your Bible.
Nah, but I
You see what I'm
feel
trying to say?
like meaning. There's no meaning to life. You make your meaning.
No, but I'm saying like clearly,
No,
like
but you do
okay,
have a goal. That's why
God.
God gave you a Bible. To
No, but I
follow
mean
the
like,
way
but
you
like, there
No,
isn't
but I'm saying,
one
like-
overarching meaning. Like, I mean, other than like to spread, you know, God to other people, like spread His name and like His word. But like that, and along with spreading positivity in the world. But other than that, like the main meaning, like you make your own stuff. Like me doing music, that's my meaning. Him writing is his meaning. Like the meaning of life is individuality. Like
So
it's,
you write your own story.
Yeah, you write your own story.
No, but I feel like the thing is like, I don't want the meaning. I mean, it's God. Whatever He says is the meaning of life. At the end of the day. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Because then I'd ask, okay, what's His meaning of life? But then it's God. His meaning of life
What's
is
his
the meaning of life.
In the Bible, go read the Bible.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
literally-
He's
that's
just gonna
gonna
tell
be
me,
the
yo,
thing.
have you studied?
Bro.
He's gonna tell you.
Bro,
That's why I
have
wrote
so
you.
many questions.
What would you ask
Tell
him?
us
You
a
would
good
ask so many
question.
questions. You would ask.
So I'm dead, right? and I'll be like,
You're dead.
You're-
We're talking
hold
right
on,
now,
let's.
bro.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Right now, if you was sat here,
Oh, if you were sitting here,
right here.
why did you let like all that World War shit happen?
He did.
No, but that's for growth. Like that shit gotta happen for you to.
He
like,
did
advance
it.
and
God
learn
put you
from
through a test, and he did that.
Bro, how do you know how many people
It seems
died?
Yeah, but like that.
Yeah, but that's it. That's
now you
that's
learn
bro,
that's
from
But
it.
another-
that's life.
That's just
That's
you.
not life,
That's
though.
that is.
no,
So, like,
that's
so, like, I gotta
that's the
suffer for someone
consequence.
else's consequences.
Yes,
said
sometimes
what?
That's the consequence.
It's
of
Like
That's
slavery.
humans
Why
evolving.
did you
Cool,
like
I said-
let slavery go?
People's
go
names
on?
may not be known for the right reason, but it changed the area around them. It changed the
Because
people.
our-
Alright, but
as
I'm gonna tell
bad.
you it this way: if slavery didn't happen, then I don't think
There wouldn't
other
be
people
respect,
from other
yeah.
countries would exist in America.
Yeah.
True, I see what you mean, but also like we would have been like
Now go
Not
back
dead.
to war. Go back to war, bro. Because that's
Yeah, bro.
crazy. The fact that like.
nuclear bombs
Alright,
dropping
but-
a
So,
bomb.
so you're
So
saying
war
so you're
didn't
saying
exist?
you're saying all those hundreds of thousands of people that died, their destiny since they were 15, 16, let's say they died at 30.
But those people
You're
are
telling
making
me
it to heaven.
They're okay, you're telling me their destiny, God's purpose for them in life was to be born, go through all the struggle and strife.
No, that's not what
And
it is.
die.
No, that's not what it is. God puts you on this earth and he tells you to make your own choices, but make sure your choices are right. The person,
My choice was
so-
to come serve my country.
okay, you served your country. God gave you the choice to serve it or not. Now you get what I'm trying to say?
Okay,
God
there is-
gave you the
so
risk
there's
to
no
take it or
wrong
not.
choice.
There is never a wrong
There's
choice, but
just
you make the best
yeah.
out of your choice. You chose to do that.
Okay, that was the
But
best.
you knew the consequences that was coming. But in the end of the day, if there was never a war, then every country would be perfect, and that's wrong. Life shouldn't be so perfect because, like, how do I tell you?
'Cause then-
If life was so perfect, nobody would follow their religion. Nobody would go to work every day. Because life is so
'Cause there's
perfect.
no
There's no
consequences to
problems.
anything,
There's
yeah.
no everything.
Yeah,
would be
you're
so
looking
perfect.
at the war
Every-
generalized. I'm speaking on the individuals in the war. Like, let's pick like one
But
person.
that's how life is, bro. Everybody goes to the army. Everybody has a. Alright,
That's the
you can
change
go to
that
work
you-
right now. Realistically, you work in Chick-fil-A, and man can get mad, pull out a gun, and shoot you. Everybody has a purpose in life, and maybe people wanted their purpose in life. Like, okay, maybe you want to become a cop, save people's lives. You're taking a risk, but in the end of the day, if you save that person's life and you lose your own life, you automatically
I
basically
feel
go to
like you
heaven.
really only die, like life only gets taken away with you when you fulfilled your purpose. Like because like whether you know it or not, like let's use like let's say okay I died today, right? I didn't achieve anything that I want to do, but that what I have achieved, whether I know it or not, right? Let's say because this is what I want to do, so I do. Why died I? All the shit, all the little shit that I have achieved was my purpose. And it's gonna grow to be bigger after my death, type thing. You know how it's like rappers, how like small rappers they die and then their music explodes, shit like that, where it's like they've already achieved their purpose. Okay, because death is just the completion of life. That's all it is. Death isn't something bad where it's
I feel
okay,
like
it gets
that's
taken away.
the devil's thing though. When you die as a young rapper, like I feel like that's the devil's thing.
I feel like that's
The
because
thing.
it's
I feel
specifically
that's
like
not
what they have
now the
done.
way I think about it, like J. Cole, it took him years and years and years, but he got to that same level that they were at, but they had to die for it.
Yeah.
So that's the devil. They took away tomorrow. But
It is also depend, yeah, because you guys see
Instead
like,
of doing it.
because
in the
okay,
long run.
this is my
Wait,
theory.
but who are you to say like
Listen,
God
listen.
did this or the devil did this? That's
I
not
listen,
in your
listen,
hands
listen,
though.
listen.
I say
You don't-
the way we think it, we don't literally think God and devil. It's just the easiest acronym, like not acronym, but like the things to put behind it.
Yeah.
It's
Alright,
more
listen,
just
this is
like
how it is,
The
this is how it
devil,
is.
like, he can give you something so quick, and then it's
Take
not,
away
it's gonna
later.
be-
I honestly-
It's like he
fight back
gives
in the
today,
long run.
takes away tomorrow.
But
God,
then God, he doesn't give it to you. He's never gonna give you an answer. He's never gonna give you what you need to get like. He'll give you what you need, but not the exact like.
Direct.
yeah, I'll
there.
give you a
He'll give
perfect
you little
example.
Things, he'll give you tests and he'll give you like pieces of it to like. You'll build up to it in the long run, so
Yeah.
that you'll get where you want to be in the long run, and it's more stable because let's say you go through the emotional, the mental battles, the things. So like when you get to that level, you can withstand it. But let's say you're an artist, you get it given, you blow up overnight. You're not gonna stay
Yo.
there because you don't have
Yo.
the
Where's
foundation
the
to
bed?
hold you up.
Right there.
You just fall.
Oh, to my left. But I think if you're close to God, devil does not exist. I promise.
he does.
I'm not
You know why?
atheist.
I'm gonna tell you. You know why? I got into an accident. My car flipped. Right. For example, that is the perfect example. If that didn't happen, like God put me in that position.
That was like a.
But you gotta think about it. No, God put me in that position. I'm gonna tell you how. He made me leave the house when it was raining, have my friends with me to teach me a lesson because I could have took their lives. Made me come out that car perfectly fine. Huh? Mama wallet. Right? هسه الحنان بعد شوية. But right? And then he gave me another opportunity to get a better car. my airbags popped. He gave me another more like you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Because if it was bad, devil.
if you were to appreciate,
If I wasn't close to God,
Morning.
if I wasn't close to God and I didn't pray,
didn't appreciate,
and love my mom, love
let's
my
say,
dad,
like,
show
I
them
feel like
love,
that
I
same
think
thing-
God would have took my life right there.
I feel like that would have happened as a test regardless, and it's how you go about it afterwards. Like if you would
That's what I'm
be like,
saying.
oh, you don't see it anyway, you do it again, you would have died.
100%.
Second time.
Because bro,
But-
like you know when you get into the accident, like my mom came like a minute later, bro, and she was crying. Like God is putting me on a test. Like look at your mom, bro. Like she's in tears because of you.
Yeah.
So God puts you on a test to give you another opportunity.
Okay, you guys are not. What I'm saying is the victims of. So, I think you guys are having
But I'ma tell you-
this tunneled vision. Okay, like you don't see how other people are getting affected by your actions, right? If you, let's say your car spun,
Okay.
hit someone else,
Okay.
they went with you,
Okay.
and they died, and
You
you
died.
stayed alive.
Okay.
What's that person's destiny? Was that person's
like
destiny
it's
to
just
live
that
life
person.
and
I feel like
die?
that's just
Like,
life.
No, but
what
that-
lesson does that person learn?
They.
But no, that person was just at the wrong time, at the wrong moment.
Yeah.
Stuff happens, but also God didn't do that to help you kill the person. But God is also going to teach you a lesson at that moment, which
Okay,
is
God is
which is-
teaching
I'm gonna
you
tell
a
you-
lesson. You keep
No, but
coming
I'm
back
saying,
to
yeah, the
I'm
person
talking about that person.
was at the wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause, like, I
that's
feel like
stuff
God
that
doesn't
happens,
control
bro.
every little thing. Like, this
Like,
is
not
shit that
every
happens.
little
Wait, you're
thing-
saying God doesn't control everything?
No, I mean like
No,
that,
I'm-
something
here-
like that.
Bro,
like,
here,
what
so-
I'm trying to tell you is
so-
God controls everything, but God gives you options, bro. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
So
God is
basi-
going to give you an option to pick up the... If I put a gun in front of you right now, right? And there is a guy that you hate and you can shoot. God is going to give you two options. You either turn around, you open that door and you walk out and not start a problem, or you pick up that gun and you shoot him and you go to jail. Now you get what I'm trying to say? God gives you options. Sometimes you don't have options. You get what I'm trying to say? Maybe that person that got into an accident
Oh, we
did
just talking about
such
the same thing still.
something bad in life that it was his time to
that's
go.
true.
You know what I mean? Maybe he did something so bad, hurt somebody's feelings. You know what I mean? Like
that
a
was-
perfect example, like maybe like, alright, my mom has cancer. Say I did something so bad, it damaged her and she passed away.
Or
But
let's say-
I'm gonna be scarred my whole life.
Yeah.
So God is gonna put me in a wrong time, wrong place to learn from my lesson, and I pass away and I die.
And let's say like that guy wasn't bad. Let's say he was good. He was doing really good. Let's say his kids are bad. Him passing on is they're gonna be like, oh,
Yeah,
they're
it's
gonna wake
gonna
up.
educate.
But don't
Yeah,
forget,
yeah,
not
yeah.
only that.
Okay, you know what that takes me to
People
my
around
my
me.
one fear. This is my fear, right? Is don't have someone that I care about in my life. Their purpose is to be a lesson for me. If that makes sense, where it's like that guy's dying would be like his purpose was to be a lesson for his kids. That if that makes
Or, like,
sense.
yeah, he's
I don't
the
want
lesson.
anyone
He
in my
doesn't- he
life
didn't have a le-
purpose
he
to
was the
be
lesson.
a lesson for me.
You, yeah.
I don't want
So-
someone to
Nah,
have to
yeah.
pass away
Yeah.
for me to learn a big
learn,
lesson.
exactly.
If that
I'm
makes
telling
sense.
you,
to me.
everything is God's purpose, bro.
Oh,
Because
no,
even when you
it's like-
die at that moment,
yeah, yeah.
maybe
The guy-
you were so close to God and everything that God took your life and now you're going to heaven. God want to
So-
take you early to heaven.
So basically,
God really wanna
in
take
the
you into
Bible, I might be wrong. We might ask Caleb about this. And basically, in the New Testament, the New God, Old Testament, New Testament, you guys probably don't know about that.
No, I don't.
Basically, the Old God and the New God, New Testament, New God, he said he will not interfere with like human things no more. He will like let us do our own thing, make our own choices. So like the world war, why I want to ask him why many people died is because God did not interfere. He let us do what we want. He let us kill people. He let us hurt people. He let us love each other. But also he has the power to like interfere and say, okay, I'm not gonna
God
let you
can't-
guys.
God can't make life so perfect,
Yeah.
bro.
But I mean that.
Yeah, if
overall,
life
those
was so
wars-
perfect, nobody would
those
listen to
wars
God. You
just
know why
like-
nobody would listen
yeah.
to God? Because if life is so perfect, people gonna think they're literally in heaven, bro.
Just like
No
that
war,
guy,
no
the car
killing,
crash that
no
died, it was
stabbing.
used as a lesson. The wars were used as a lesson. We learned from it. Now we're striving to
Like,
go against
society
wars.
is, like, so
But if that
much,
didn't
like-
happen, like maybe we're having those same wars now instead, because it was gonna bound to happen.
It just lessons,
It's bound
bro.
to happen.
Everything is
As a human, like all negative shit, like it builds up. There's people that think those ways. There's killing. Like it's bound to happen. It's just the fact that when it happens.
A lot of
that already
examples- a lot
happened.
of
Now we can
examples
use
you
that
should
as a
take.
standpoint and a lesson. So like we don't want that shit to happen again.
But
That's
God-
why the Holocaust hasn't happened again.
But God
Slavery,
can,
like we're striving to go against it and stop.
Bro, the
like,
perfect
God can
example
make
is X.
everything just all the pain go away. That's why he has heaven.
Look
Why
at
can
X,
he?
like the
why
rapper X,
you need
bro.
to deserve
Rapper X
that.
was a good
You
rapper,
earn that.
but he was an abusive person. He also helped people.
Yeah.
He was also at the wrong place, wrong time.
So like
God wanted, bro.
Yeah.
God wanted him, bro. God, he tried his best to escape the situation. They were in there following him. He walked out and drove off. they pulled up and shot X. But also, it could have been God's hand because he abused his wife. He made her blind.
Yeah.
He didn't take care of his kids. Maybe
'Cause
God
I feel
wanted him
like
gone.
after his fame and why he blew up as much as he did afterward, like that was God being like, okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What
Morning,
are you
Raheem.
guys doing?
Huh?
What are you guys
Can you
doing?
just close the door and
No,
goodbye?
high shoe slide photo shoot.
Yeah, we're taking photos right now.
Students, that's so.
Bro, just close my door. You and Safa, goodbye.
I feel like he was like he got the fame afterwards so much and so known afterwards because God was like, okay, you did try afterwards. You tried to clean your act up, so I'll give this to you. I'll give your name, but I'm
But
still
maybe it's
taking
time
you
to go,
because
yeah.
of your past of what you did. the
Okay.
bad shit you did.
Okay. So our God is a forgiving God.
He's a forgiving God,
Okay.
but sometimes, yeah, but you gotta understand he has his good
Everything
sins
is
and
for
his
good.
bad sins.
He can
But
kill
you'll
you
never
with-
figure out
Yeah.
So how come so you're saying the guy, let's say the guy you went with down the hill,
Yeah.
but he passed away, you didn't.
Okay.
He was used as a.
Yeah, okay. So
Okay.
how come God didn't make you a lesson for him to change his life?
Because there's a purpose in that what happened in life that maybe in the
We
future I'm
can't
gonna learn
comprehend the
from.
reason right now.
Okay,
but
you
Alright, like
are
for-
gonna learn from, but I'm saying it. My point is,
Because
why is
why?
it-
Could have been reversed.
why
Because-
isn't God reversing it?
Because there's a purpose in that.
Yeah,
Nobody
there's a
knows what it
purpose. We
is.
don't know
God
the
did it for a
purpose.
Okay,
reason.
so that's what we're asking God if
That's
he's sitting here right now.
the
But
purpose.
he
What's
can't
the
tell you the
purpose?
purpose.
Yeah, yeah,
Why,
yeah.
let me tell you.
He is God. He
But
should
I'm gonna tell you
know
why he
everything.
can't.
No, but
But you know why he can't tell you the purpose?
He's been interrogating God.
I'm not.
I'm gonna tell you.
God knows I
I'm
believe it.
gonna tell you why he can't tell you the
Bro.
purpose. If he tells you the purpose of ruins
Cancel.
life,
It ruins it. Yeah.
the whole purpose
So
of
you're
life
saying
is
this
to
is
learn.
just like one fun big game for him?
Bro, this
No,
is a
not
test.
game,
What you
like-
live on is a test. That's why there is heaven. Heaven is the perfect. You are perfect
Yo,
in
this
your
is like
own
two
way.
separate podcasts. Right?
How are you able to? Okay, how are you able to?
That's why heaven and hell exist.
Listen. This is my theory. This is my theory I came up with, right? So, hell isn't a thing separate from Earth. Earth is hell in a sense.
That's
right?
why all this bad thing, all this and that.
Bro,
But
hell
then-
is temporary.
Listen,
Nobody
listen.
stays in hell forever.
Listen, this is why
That's
hell
why
is
I feel like
Earth because you
reincarnation,
die.
You're sent back down.
die.
to that, like,
Listen, because hell is temporary because you're on Earth. You die. You're only on Earth for a temporary amount of time. So the devil lives on Earth. God lives in heaven, right? So that's why shit that's so easy to do that feels so nice is typically bad. Cigarettes, smoking feels nice now. It's gonna take away from your life later. Anything like doing like degenerate shit, for example. I mean, like drugs and shit feels good now. Take away. That's so. There's two choices. There's obviously it's like the thing that Tyler said. It's like the metaphor in a sense. There's the
The hell. Okay.
there's the easy way to do shit, which is okay. Instead of me fixing my problems, bettering myself, which is the good option, I could go the easy route, which is hide them through drugs. That's the devil's path. You know what I mean? Because what does the devil do? Oh, I'll give you freedom. I'll give you sanctuary from your problems. But he's not telling you he's gonna take away from you later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and
That's what he's doing.
Something me and him were talking about is like reincarnation. Like, it's not like I fully believe in it, but I feel like when you go to heaven, that's you cleansing off your spirit. So like all the lives you lived, you can dirty up your spirit. You can do a lot of harmful shit, a lot of bad, like, and then you're resent back down here to live so many lives because you're cleaning it with each life.
You gotta
You're
understand,
getting
hell
better
is
each
temporary,
and each and
bro.
each and each.
But that's
Until
not
you're
that.
ready,
It's hell
that's
on
when you
Earth.
stay up in
What do you
heaven.
mean?
Earth. So
Earth is not hell. Earth
No,
can't be hell.
no,
You
it's
know why
not.
Earth can't be hell?
Alright,
Because why
this-
does hell
this-
exist?
This is gonna
This
be
is-
a
I
whole
feel like,
other.
again, we
This
can
is
sit
gonna be a
down
whole
to-
other
yeah,
podcast.
that's what I'm saying. Like,